You can't do that on television. Next.
The world's a stage when the curtain rises for Broadway on Bravo, a week-long celebration with some of the best from the Great White Way, featuring the premieres of Kevin Kline and Linda Ronstadt in Joseph Papp's production of The Pirates of Penzance, and Edward James Olmos and Tyne Daly in the murder mystery Zoot Suit, plus profiles of producers, directors, and playwrights. Broadway on Bravo. The curtain's up April 19th to the 25th, only on Bravo.
Oh, yeah, new WWF Tag Team figures. They're out of control. Nasty Boys and X. These folks are really getting nasty. It's Tuesday for the Nasty Boys. Ah, what a rush. New WWF Tag Team figures. Each sold separately. Dig it?
Your life was programmed at the factory for continuous play. With proper care and maintenance, your life will provide a lifetime of enjoyment. Expose your life to moisture, direct sunlight, and extreme temperatures. Always maintain adequate ventilation. Results may vary according to individual use. Use only factory-authorized accessories. Get in gear.
Coming up, a Nickelodeon Totally Kids sports show. After this message from Reebok.
Yo, what's up? Sinbad here. This is my team. We wear black top, only outdoors. You see a team like this. I got my man Too Tall. Show me you Too Tall. That's this thing. I got my man Reg. Show him, brother. All up, man. Go Reg. Alan, Bigfoot Clemente. What kind of shoe you wear? Ogie. He just whip you in the air with that hair. Whip. Slim got to play outside. You put him inside, he's gonna hurt somebody. Show that 2-inch vertical, brother. And of course, I'm the man Sinbad, the greatest outdoor player that ever lived. Reebok Black Top.
In basketball, scoring a basket can be worth 1, 2, or 3 points.
Wait for 3! Oh, no!
But wouldn't it be cool if a basket was judged on originality and creativity, like diving or gymnastics?
Well, look at this play. Holy mackerel. Whoa! What a shot by Nick Anderson.
Now that would be cool. Sharks!
We're hunting for sharks when we're so hungry. We're hunting for sharks only from Chef Boy like me.
It's tasty pasta and tomato sauce that's a shark hunt in every bowl. Catch all 3 shark shapes, you win!
Thank goodness for Chef Boy like me.
Some kids are cool, they eat the sweet tart slow. They let the sweet taste linger, let the sour taste grow. All the fruit flavors melting down slow. Sweet tarts.
Other kids are wild, on a roll, they sweet tart faster than the flavor go. A zap of cherry, a burst of grape, wild orange, and the lime make your mouth go, hey! Sweet tarts.
So sweet, so
It's
sour.
all in the way you eat them, and what kind of kid you are. Sweet tarts, the taste of fun.
We're here to celebrate a different way to eat Jell-O gelatin. With our bare hands. All we need, cookie cutters, this easy recipe, and we've got jigglers.
Jiggle, 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 those jigglers. Jiggle, 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 those jigglers.
The recipe's on the box. Jigglers, they're a handful of fun. Hey, put that back.
Nick's got the inside pitch on spring training. It's a screamin' line drive hit. It's totally kids sports. Today at 4:30, 3:30 Central on Nickelodeon.
We made this film for Nickelodeon. We all did different jobs, and when we put it together, it looked like this.
You can't do that on television. We'll be back in a splash.
Hi, I'm Melissa Joan Hart.
Nickelodeon presents True Stories from...
Me!
True Stories asks Melissa, star of Clarissa Explains It All, if she has any special talents.
No, like a lot of people are double-jointed or can imitate people or whatever, and I can't do any of that, so therefore I am special because everybody else can do something, but I can't, so there.
For more of plain old Melissa Joan Hart, watch True Stories from Famous People and
Nickelodeon.
I've got a new puppy.
Puppy alive,
Mixing puppy juice for my pup. Drink it up.
puppy alive,
You wet your diaper. You really drinking wet too. I love you.
puppy alive.
Okay, honey, open your eyes.
Mom!
There's a lot to love about the Play School dollhouse.
It's my beautiful Play School dollhouse, and I love everything I see. It's my beautiful Play School dollhouse, and I'm so glad it's for me. And Nightlight plays music. It's my Play School
The Play
dollhouse.
School dollhouse comes with everything here. Other accessories sold separately. Batteries not included.
You're watching Nick. And now back to You Can't Do That on Television. Stay tuned now for Nickelodeon's Totally Kids Sports Spring Training Edition and find out how to throw the definitive curveball, take batting practice with the Dodgers, and catch some stuff that's totally out of left field. Totally Kids Sports. Next on Nick.
This week, Clarissa explains the highest level of the embarrass-o-meter.
My dad's invited to career night. If he goes through with this, I'll start a new career as an orphan.
Clarissa explains it all today at 6:30, 5:30 Central.
Charms Blow Pop, take one, action. Fruit flavored candy on the outside.
Bubblegum on the inside. Fabulous. That's a Blow Pop. That's a Blow Pop. Now flavors. Cherry. Grape. Strawberry. Sour apple. Watermelon. Ta-da! Say from Charms. What? Cut.
Power Wheels.
I've got a Barbie Corvette. It's the real Power Wheels, the best one yet.
Power Wheels. Power Wheels. Power Wheels.
And now I'm driving for real. It's got a real live motor, got a grown-up feel. Barbie Corvette, now I'm driving for real.
Power Wheels. Power Wheels. Power Wheels.
Queen of the road, the real Power Wheels Barbie Corvette. What a way to go.
I'm the alphabet's wizard with something new. Marshmallow wise, delicious and blue. Now marshmallow alphabets taste yum yum too. Kids, they want my wise. I spell fly and fly away. Uh-oh, I spelled split.
Wow! Marshmallow alphabet cereal with new blue Y's. Great marshmallowy taste. Part of this complete breakfast.
Why can't I spell fly?
Try a Y.
ABC delicious.
It's a James Bond Jr. secret mission, but scum is ready. Walker the Plank hooks IQ. Jaws is having a snack. On-job is flipping his lid. But IQ packs a punch, and James Bond Jr. dives into action. Mission accomplished. James Bond Jr. Figures and vehicles sold separately.
The PB in PB Max doesn't mean Penguin Black Belt. Nope, the PB means peanut butter. Covered in milk chocolate with a hearty crunch in every bite. PB Max, we mean peanut butter.
Sure
have grown up a whole lot.
The family reunion.
Pretty soon you'll be taller than your sister.
One of the highlights of adolescence.
Look at you.
Family picture time. Cool.
Starburst with real fruit juice.
Oh, let's check it out. Whoa, it's the WWF Wrestling Buddies. Big Boss Man and Jake the Snake Roberts. Clunk 'em. Wrestling Buddies want to be your buddies.
Buddy, what's going on? Nothing, officer.
Body Slam!
Hey, who's the wise guy?
Big Boss Man!
Murphy. What's going on? Nothing, Sarge.
Big Boss Man and Jake the Snake Roberts, part of the WWF Wrestling Buddies from Tonka, each sold separately.
Next Saturday morning, if you can find 2 of these Easter eggs, you could win big in Nick's Take Hunt 92. How? All you need is your eyeballs and a postcard. So write this down now. Nick's Egg Hunt 92, P.O. Box 4967, Orlando, Florida 32802. Make sure your name, address, age, and phone number are on the back. Don't mail it in. Just keep it handy. Why? Because next Saturday morning, starting at 9/8 Central, we've hidden Easter eggs inside an exciting 3-hour lineup of excellent Nick shows. Find these eggs in any 2 different shows and write the name of the shows on your postcard. Then send it in, and you'll have a chance to win these prizes. 100 kids will get this grand prize collection of toys, and 500 kids get these 2 videos. Remember, if you want a chance to win, you gotta watch Nick's Egg Hunt 92 next Saturday, starting at 9/8 Central on Nick. Brought to you by Hot Wheels Bigfoot Champions, Sweet Tarts, and the place where only kids win, Nickelodeon.
I'm Clarissa. This is my car, and these wavy lines mean that I'm dreaming.
Clarissa dreams and schemes and explains it all every weekend on Nickelodeon.
Let's make room in the tub for little Rub-a-Dub.
A little Rub-a-Dub doggy, lots of fun doggy. I'm floating along on a nice sunny day. I love to go swimming, hey, pass me a towel. Like my new scooter, it's really a howl.
Now there are lots of little Rub-a-Dub doggies with lots of great stuff, too.
We're little Rub-a-Dub doggies, and we love you.
Welcome, everyone. I hope everybody's having a fantastic beginning of their weekend so far. Yeah, it's been a minute since I went live. I try to do lives as often as I possibly can. After the last stream I did, I felt like I really needed a break. Just a breather to kind of reassess things a little bit, because it's quite obvious that I was pretty agitated and annoyed. And I'm going to be very clear at some point in this live as to why I was agitated and certain decisions that have come to mind that I've decided to make. This is if you guys if you guys want a preview, if that interests you, I always post these t-shirts when I first get them on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram if you want to get the previews of the t-shirts before I put them on. Special thanks to my t-shirt distributor at Baby Gap. This is my my latest one. Now I see Dietz is in the chat. Yeah, Dietz went over this video as well today, earlier today. I had to get out of there because I knew I was going to review it, and I like to do reactions, but it was kind of difficult it was kind of difficult to not watch. And I just like being in Dietz's chat too, because her channel's awesome. But yeah, this whole thing with Summer Wells is just really, really disheartening. Everything about it. And oh man, he showed up. Really? Did he really show up? How much do you want to bet he won't do that here? And I hope he does. But I've given him more than one opportunity, and he just doesn't do it. And it really, it really says something about his character. And draw your own conclusions of that, but it says a lot to me about his character. And I gotta tell you, after, because I was genuinely agitated. It takes a lot to get me that really that upset, and this case, it has really upset me. Just everything that has happened with it has upset me, and it got me questioning how I've handled it to a certain degree, which again I'll go over a little bit more in depth on that thought process. But in the meantime, well, just one thing you don't have to worry about is I still feel perfectly comfortable reviewing the people who are exploiting this poor kid who is lost, just lost. And I it's really upsetting to say the least. But I'm gonna go over, before I go over Doug's video, I'm gonna go over a classic. Now, Toast was live last night and she went over some of this. I don't know how much she went over. I was in her chat for a little while too. But old Betty, she never fails. But this all goes into my point of what I've been thinking about and what I'm talking about here. But in the meantime, let's just listen to what old Betty has to say. Yeah, Deets, your live was great, and yeah, Toast always has great lives. But yeah, it was, yeah. You could always count on the cold hard facts.
Guys, so I'm alive. I know that this is not a normal time we come on.
I mean, dude, first of all, like, how does she manage, dude? Are you guys wrestling fans? Is anybody wrestling fans? I noticed this last night while I was watching Toast live. I mean, tell me if this looks familiar here. Tell me if this looks familiar. This is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, y'all. Now, come on, I like the oogity boogity. I'm gonna get you in that ring, and I'm gonna slam you all over the ring. I'm gonna slam you all over the ring. This is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes.
The real world. Oh, I heard something like, what is that noise? It's the air conditioning.
I mean, dude, she's just
I'm serious. I'm serious. I didn't know what that noise was.
She's a spitting fucking image, bro.
It was the air conditioning. Got to meet Mab. Got to meet his wife in the flesh. What a great group of people. I have to be honest with you. So I rolled up into town and I got checked in about, I don't know, 2 or so. And I knew it was going to be a little bit before I got to Key West and everything like that. So I want to head on out there. And while I was in my travels maps, like, I'm just getting out, blah, 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 blah. He has been sleeping. Everybody knows Mav and knows he's had, dental work done, and he's been having
It's bizarre to me that thank you, Grandmaster Sid Sophos. Holla. It's bizarre to me that when she doesn't do her hair, it just naturally looks like a mullet. It just naturally just goes there. It's so weird. Like, it's like she's just like, racist Proud Boy just through and through. Like, it's just inner bones. She gets out of bed without doing shit to her hair, and it just automatically fucking mullets. How is that even possible?
having some problems with the healing process. So he's not being able to sleep as much as he would like to. Please make sure to cover endangered Dalton and Hawkins County. Thank you, Miss Robin. Yes, there is something coming out. I'm on YouTube as opposed to StreamYard, so I'm going to have to use my phone. But I did see that had come in a couple of places. Give me just a second. So here is the young boy right here. Right there, Dalton. He is missing.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, that beautiful young man, now I don't feel the need to show his picture anymore than has been shown. I don't feel the need to share his name any more than has, because this boy was found safe. And found safe 27 miles from where Summer Wells went missing. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
So let's just give you, this is out of Tennessee. We're going to be in Tennessee here in the near future, the 2-year milestone. Let me tell you guys something. So there's been a lot of people that have reached out to me and said, hey, what do we need to do with Summer Wells?
Okay, so you see what she's doing right here? You see what she's doing? She's just shifting the blame already. Like, already she's justifying in her mind. She knows what she's doing is totally just bullshit grifting. And she's looking for some excuse to get out there and be Bullhorn Betty again. Because the thing is, if you guys haven't noticed, I haven't really talked about her. I have not felt the need to cover her. I have not, because she has, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, the last couple of times I even checked in on her before this, I mean, I didn't watch her, but I checked in to see what was going on. And she's been sticking to crime cases. She's been calling herself a crime creator, and she's been going over these cases, and she'll do some misinformation or whatever. She's not very good at it, and that's fine. I mean, that's to be expected on YouTube channels from time to time. Sometimes I'll get something wrong, and I have a chat that will help correct me, and I'm very grateful for that. It's not that big a deal. Sometimes major news sources will conflict with each other when they release information. That happens too. Now, I haven't been talking about her because, I mean, I just haven't found anything. When it comes to reviewing her, normally it's as to it pertaining to a crime case that is currently open. And unless she's doing something like really fucked up to the victims, I just don't feel the need to review her. Now, Lisa Maxwell, thank you so much. Her hair stays as far away from her face as it can. Exactly. I personally don't really feel the need to review her all that much unless it pertains to a case that I'm following and passionate about. And and that's not to say anything against any other channels that cover her. I know that a lot of people are covering her because the thing is sometimes people just they're not concerned when it comes to, they're not, that's not their priority when it comes to these things because they don't really follow crime cases all that closely. And that's perfectly understandable because she still gives you perfect reason to review her because she still does people wrong. She still lies. She still grifts. And, it's just in her nature. So, like I said, you could just pick a live stream out of a hat and review her, and you're going to find things to point out about her that would be helpful to people who are fooled by her bullshit to be more aware. Now, as for me, I've kind of strayed away from her because she hasn't really been doing anything to grab my attention specifically until she did this. And then I was just like, fuck, Betty, God damn it. And this is like the third or fourth time that's happened where I'm like, Betty, fuck, I was done. I was done. Just when I thought I was out, you pull me back in.
What can we possibly do with Summer Wells? And so I'm like,
like you see what she's doing. So what she's doing here is she's justifying already what she plans to do, like and trying to make it, well, I got requests to do it, everybody's asking me, everybody's going, Betty, what are you going to do about Summer Wells? Well, it's been 2 years. There's still no updates. Like, law enforcement doesn't even feel comfortable doing something at this point to acknowledge the 2-year mark that she's gone missing. Do you think that that's because law enforcement doesn't care? Or do you think maybe it's because law enforcement has gotten to the point to where they're afraid that even them saying something and putting something out there is just going to stir more shit and flood their phone lines with bullshit tips? Because I'm going to go with the latter. Personally, I'm going to go with the latter as a theory. But, people like this just have to like do something as far as content goes. It just, we have to find, all this talk about Summer Wells. And I also think that a little bit has to do with the fact that she's seeing these other grifter channels like Doug, like The Lab, and she's seeing all the drama going on between these channels, which we'll get to. She's seeing all of that shit, and she's pissed off that she's not part of it. She wants people to get all on fire about her all over again and be like, oh, well, we need Betty's bullhorn in the mix, and then get involved in all the drama so that she has content that's going to fire people up. Because right now, she's boring as fuck to her audience. Why is she boring as fuck to her audience? A, because she's not, she sucks at covering crime cases. She doesn't do hardly any research at all whatsoever when it comes to these cases, doesn't care about misinformation. That's all one. Number two, she sees, right, Becky G, exactly. Sorry, I got distracted by chat there. And I lost my train of thought. I apologize. That happens to me a lot, folks. So, and thank you. That's number two. Number two is that she hasn't been doing the drama because her audience, whether she wants to admit it to herself or not, whether she likes it or not, is logged on to her for the drama. So she knows this. She's not that stupid. She knows. She sees the drop in her numbers. She sees the raise in her numbers when they happen. And that all happens whether or not she is covering drama, whether or not she has a fucking meltdown on her channel.
Processes of what can we possibly do? What can we do? What can we do to help this young girl?
Nothing. Shut the fuck up.
So I'm thinking, okay, well, TBI, our Hawkins County doesn't have it. I've lost kind of hope with Hawkins County getting this, but do I really? And I started processing this and seeing what can Hawkins County really do at this point.
Dude, is she on the fucking can? Is she on the shitter right now? Like, is she streaming from the shitter? What is it with all of these? I mean, because, well, all right, look. I can understand that happening from time to time. Like, if there's like literally no place else that you can get any privacy at all whatsoever. But I mean, dude, like, wasn't she using a green screen? You know, those green screens are portable, right? You could rig that green screen to set up behind you. You know what I mean? Like, why are you, it's so shifty that she's on the shitter streaming. What's her room look like? What's going on?
Is it really them? Is it not them? Why isn't this being able to move
so
forward?
Many questions.
So I come to this point where I say it's a little bit of both. It's them, and it's the lack of movement in this case. I believe Summer Wells is dead. I don't believe that she walks this earth anymore.
Wow. See, this is as soon as I start to just be like, man, maybe she's realizing the shit she does. Maybe she's taken a personal inventory, and maybe she is just kind of phasing that behavior out as she moves on. As I was thinking that, on my end, personally, it was working. I thought that maybe that was the case. You know what I mean? I thought maybe that was the case, that, and in doing that, I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, that's fine. Unless you give me content to review, I'm not going to review it. You know what I mean? But I mean, then she goes and she does this. It's just, Becky G, thank you so much. Even if it's a cold case, it's not her place to start a campaign to call a baby gone when she doesn't care about Summer. Yes, and I'm going to elaborate on that, and I agree with you 100%. Thank you. I mean, and first of all, like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, what exactly are you? Are they finally? Is it happening? Is it the rapture? The rapture's not coming for you, Betty. I promise. Just stop it. Forget it. Don't even.
And so what is the first thing in order to hold somebody accountable? What is one of the first things that need to happen? Well, one of the first things that need to happen in this matter is she has not been designated as deceased. She is in.
Okay. She's a missing child. Okay. She's a missing child. And one of the first things that needs to happen to designate a child as deceased is to find evidence. Huh? You following yet? evidence that the child is deceased. Because when you do that, focuses shift. Okay? This now, I know everybody in my chat knows this. This is just in case Betty's watching us. All right? Because I'm a big fan of the whole don't tell her, but this is kind of important. I need you to get this, Betty. Okay? Because once you shift that focus, when you don't have any evidence that a child is deceased, then the only moral, ethical thing for law enforcement to do is to assume that she is still alive. Therefore, you treat her as a missing child and you focus your investigative skills on the missing child, on the chances that she's missing. Because it takes different investigative skills to focus on her death and investigating a murder, investigating whether or not there was foul play. There's a whole nother monster there, whole nother one. Okay? So they have to establish through evidence that she's dead. If they don't have evidence to establish that she's dead, then guess what? They're going to assume she's alive and they're going to keep looking for her. We're going to pray that they're going to keep looking for her. Because if there's the slightest little chance that that little girl is out there somewhere scared out of her fucking mind, just hoping that somebody will find her and save her, that is all of law enforcement agencies' obligation to focus on. They are obligated to make that assumption and have that drive their efforts, their investigative efforts. That's it. Even if there is the slightest minute chance that she is still alive, they have to treat that as such. Otherwise, they're giving up on the child. And you and all you idiot motherfuckers out here using Summer's name, tagging your videos, all have this same thing in common where you all assume that she is dead. All of you do. That's the one thing you all have in common. You assume that she's dead. And you all claim to be part of Summer's army. Riddle me this, Batman. When you are the army for a little girl who's missing, what good does it do her if she's alive to have everybody in her army assume that she's dead? How? Fucking idiot.
In all intents and purposes, in the eyes of the law, she's still alive. If she's still alive, it's kind of hard to arrest somebody for her murder or disappearance.
Wow.
Or something else. So I think the first thing needs to be is she needs to be deceased. In order for this case to move forward, no matter what evidence they have, if they cannot prove this child is dead, there is no way. Hey, Mav.
Wait. What?
Deceased. In order for this case to move forward, no matter what evidence they have, if they cannot prove this child is dead, there is no way. Hey, Mav. There's no way for this to move forward. Period.
Exactly. They can't prove it. They can't prove it. So they're not going to do it.
There's no way until she is classified as deceased for this to move forward. So that's the first thing. Now, if
they're never going to classify her as deceased until they find evidence that proves that she's deceased. They're not even going to assume if they found a speck of her blood. If they found a speck of her blood somewhere on the property or somewhere else, it doesn't matter. That's still not enough evidence for them to assume that she is deceased. They have to they have to think. They have to find a bone. They have to find large, insane amounts of blood. It takes a lot to determine someone deceased, especially a missing child.
If Hawkins County doesn't have the ability, doesn't know
The worst case scenario is if they consider the case cold, and we're nowhere close to that. We're nowhere even near that. But that's the closest that they're going to be that they're going to come when it comes to this situation. Not even a witness, Kiko. Not even a witness. It would take a witness and some blood, maybe at least, to come to the determination that she's dead.
to do, maybe lacking resources, lacking training, lacking whatever it may be. You know, the first step for me in achieving this goal of classifying her as deceased so we can get somebody charged with her murder, right? Whether it's manslaughter, second degree, first degree, whatever, right? Well, if it's at a stalemate at Hawkins County, maybe the first things that we need to do to move forward is, yes, we're going to get to, we're talking about Dalton in just a second. But we're going to need to literally move this case to the state. That means TBI needs to take over the state. They need to classify Summer Wells as deceased so they can move forward with the investigation.
What kind of logic are you working with right now? So you're sitting here saying that TBI needs to take over this case and classify Summer Wells as deceased. What makes you think the TBI is going to do that if they took over the case without any evidence that she's deceased? What in the fuck would make you think that? Besides just your clear and obvious display of stupidity that you're showing us right now.
Now, getting back to Dalton, which is now an endangered child in the state of Tennessee, this is very concerning because if he's in danger or he, you know, disappeared or, you know, got gone, you know, I'm a little concerned because I don't have all the faith in the world in Tennessee because of my experience.
Yeah, you don't have the faith in the world, all the faith in the world in Tennessee, who actually managed to find him perfectly safe in the same terrain that they searched for Summer Wells, basically. Just a few miles away, but the same elements, same situation. I mean, I find this amazing. Like, because how stupid, this is another thing. And these fucking people deep down, this is what makes them tragedy pimps. Because deep down, they hope the worst happens. This is the problem with creators like this. Deep down, these fuckers actually hope for the worst because it's more content for them. Like, she's sitting there praying that this kid doesn't get found and she gets to go to Hawkins County and start screaming through a bullhorn and go, enough is enough. What's it going to take? How many lost children? Blah, 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 blah. That's all. That's what she's hoping for. This is not an advocate for children. This is an advocate for a child tragedy, no matter what it is. She'll take it in any form. How do you want your wings? Fried, baked, breaded, plain, naked? How do you want your wings? How do you want your child tragedy murder, missing, abused. How do you want them? That's how they look at this shit. That's how they look at this shit. And it's really disheartening, man. I mean, just to think that there's people out there like that, you know?
With Summer Wells. So it's a valid and legitimate feeling that I have. But the state of Tennessee, my bedtime reminder's on saying I need to go to bed at 9. You guys got me up past my bedtime. So an endangered child alert has been issued on behalf of the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office for a 4-year-old Dalton Lee Ray Drennan. So it's 4 names: Dalton Lee Ray Drennan, Drinnon. He went missing. But whatever. Call the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at 423-272-7121 or TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND, right? We're familiar with that. And again, this is the 4-year-old right here.
Oh my God.
That is in need of, to me. So this is the first I'm laying eyes on it. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and go through all of this together, right? Why not? Let's see. Okay, so here's what we've got coming in. It says KPD working deadly hit and run in downtown Knoxville. I don't know how this is under me searching for it, so just bear with me. I'm reading through this stuff. I don't know how this has anything to do with this boy or not, but just let me read through it because this is pulling up when I pull his name up. All northbound lanes on Henley Street and Main Street are closed due to their crash investigation. Knoxville, Tennessee, 2 cars. Let me see if there's anything in here about him. Maybe that's the reason why it popped up. And I don't see how this has anything to do with it, but let me just keep reading. This is about, I don't understand why this is even being brought up. Let me keep, I don't know why this is even in here when I search under his name, but you can see it's right there. KPT working deadly hit and run crash. And see right into the thing, it says right there, Dalton Lee Ray Duran. I don't know how his name got brought into that, but it says something, help with a patient's and in danger. I don't know what that means. So let me just keep going. And so we only have literally one real report that's out there that I can look at that's on Google, other than that hit and run crash that has a fleeting advertisement about Dalton. Here's another photo of him right there.
That must be exhausting.
Hawkins County, Tennessee, an endangered child alert was issued for 4-year-old Dalton Drennan. He was last seen in Shady Valley Road area in Rogersville, walking away from his home on Wednesday afternoon, according to officials with Tennessee Bureau of Investigations.
That's it.
Drennan is 3 feet tall, 40 pounds. He's got brown hair and blonde curly hair. He was last seen wearing khaki shorts and a gray t-shirt.
Let me see something here. Hold on. The music applies to me too. So when was this?
Guys, so I'm alive. I know that this is not a normal time we come on at all. It's like 8 o'clock at night. So we never, ever, ever come on this time of night. But I did want to let you guys know how my day went. My day was a whole lot of information to go on. Let's see if we can, give me just a second. Let me see if I can do some just preliminary research on this as this is just coming in to me.
I'm trying to see if, she, if Dalton was found before she did this stream. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So this is the first I'm laying eyes on it. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and go through all of this together, right? Why not? Let's see. Okay, so here's what we've got coming in. It says KPD, working
All right.
deadly hit and run.
This time of year, like I'm in Tennessee and it doesn't get dark here till like 9 o'clock. Like the sunset is like after 8:30. So she's in Key West, so it's probably a little later.
Run in downtown Knoxville. I don't know how this is under me searching for it, so just bear with me. I'm reading through this stuff. I don't know how this has anything to do with this boy or not, but just let me read through it because this is pulling up when I pull his name up. All northbound lanes on Henley Street and Main Street are closed due to their crash investigation.
Why is that?
Knoxville, Tennessee, 2 cars. Let me see if there's anything in here about him. Maybe that's the reason why it popped up. And I don't see how this has anything to do with it, but let me just keep reading.
Why are you going to keep reading? For what?
This is about, I don't understand why this is even being brought up. I don't know why this is even in here when I search under his name.
Because you can't even Google.
It's right there. KPT.
Nobody thinks you're making it up.
Working deadly hit and run crash.
You just can't Google.
And see right into the thing. It says right there, Dalton Lee Ray Duran. I don't know how his name got brought into that, but it says something help with a patient and endangered. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
So let me just keep going. And so we only have literally one real report that's out there that I can look at that's on Google. Other than that hit and run crash that has a fleeting advertisement.
I mean, you could just
here's another photo of
you
him
could
right
just
there.
see those wheels turning.
Blonde hair, as you can see.
You just see
Hawkins
those
County,
wheels
Tennessee,
turning.
an endangered child alert was issued for 4-year-old Dalton Drennan. He was last seen in Shady Valley Road area in Rogersville, walking away from his home on Wednesday afternoon, according to officials with Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. Drennan is 3 feet tall, 40 pounds. He's got brown hair and blonde curly hair. He was last seen wearing khaki shorts and a gray t-shirt with "How to Train Your Dragon" written on. He might be walking with a yellow Labrador retriever, according to victims.
Hey, does anybody know? I was wondering about that. Does anybody know if they found the dog? I was wondering about that. Is the dog okay too? Like, I really hope that the dog's okay. So if anybody in the chat knows this, let me know, because I forgot to check on that.
Excuse me, officials, sorry. According to officials, sorry. Anyone with any information is urged to call Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at 423-272-7121 or TBI at 1-800. Oh, thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Put your,
appreciate it, Mom.
Knuckin butts. I can't put your stuff on here because I'm streaming directly from YouTube, and it won't let me do what I can do on StreamYard. But I do appreciate it. Thank you, and God bless you for that. And it's my pleasure. Like I said, I'm just kind of learning this case. It's kind of we're just all finding out about it right now. I think I've learned of it just a few minutes ago. And actually, I was just coming on here to tell you guys.
Okay.
Hi, and
Let me be clear about this, okay? Because I just did the math in my head. She's streaming at 9 o'clock. She's in the same time zone I'm in right now, right? She's streaming like he was already found. He was already found safe. How can her Google not, like, what's going on there? I'm telling you, she was already found safe. He was already found safe. Unreal.
and I'm alive, and then this is all kind of coming out from that. So we definitely want to advocate for this young boy. Here's a couple of takeaways that I'm getting just from this one article. First and foremost, he was last seen walking. That's a good sign. So that could be a sign of being lost. We know how Hawkins County is. Hawkins County is.
I have to just keep playing.
It's a lot of land.
That music.
It's a lot of
just has to
land. It's
keep
a lot of
going
forestry
because-
areas. There's a lot of places a kid can be lost. So the great news is there are a lot of places that a kid will be found. If he's lost, he will be found. That's the good news. That's the good news. So while he's endangered, they do at least have him. I'm assuming from good accord, not just from the parental witnesses, but maybe some other witnesses that may have seen him walking to ensure that this information is accurate and correct. So we don't know. We always have to put that disclosure out there. This is what's coming from the official record. We don't know if it's true. We've been bamboozled before for good cause, and definitely are happy to be bamboozled again for good cause. I don't think this is one of those things where they're bamboozling us, to be honest with you. He might be walking with a yellow Labrador, so it sounds like maybe this Labrador retrieved.
Why, Betty, would they bamboozle you about information about a missing child when he just went missing? What's with the conspiracy theory? I don't understand.
Retriever, very well may be an animal that he frequently befriended, or might be his own animal. I'm not sure. So obviously a Labrador is missing, and potentially a yellow one. So that tells me that maybe he was guided into an area from the dog. If he was hanging out with the dog went this way, maybe he would have followed the dog, not paying attention, and now him and the dog are out there lost. The good news is kids don't travel too awfully far. He's 4 years old. However, there are a lot of other things out there that we definitely know, snakes being one of them. The rough terrain. Remember, don't forget that there's bushes out there with huge thorns on them, and when you step on them, they get you dizzy. They give you a poison.
And if Don and Candace weren't living outside of Tennessee at this point, she'd be saying, well, Don and Candace, that's another danger out there.
Those are out there. I've seen them myself, and I talked to one of the neighbors that was out there the day that Summer went missing, and described what he saw and everything. And he was one of those people that like to be barefoot. He searches barefoot. His feet look like they're concrete. He's one of those barefoot type of people. He's a, Fred Flintstone. Right? And so he was talking about these bushes that have the thorns on them that, occasionally make him dizzy when they get up. So we know that there are those things. So those are the obvious things that can injure a child, never minding the lakes. This is a 4-year-old child. We don't know if this child knows how to swim. There's a lot of ponds, lakes, water streams. That's very, very concerning when a child wanders off. You'd hope that they don't wander into water or something like that, but we hear it all too many times where they do, especially what if he's getting thirsty? What if he's tired?
It'd be funny as fuck.
You've got all.
It'd be funny as fuck if this happened.
FBI, open up!
I would lose my shit
as well. Wildlife is out there as well. So we definitely want to pray for his safe return. I can tell you, based on what we're hearing in the news, this does look good. Okay, you don't ever hear me come on here on the Bullhorn Betty channel and say, "Hey, this doesn't, this looks great." I mean, we never hear that. But this looks like a good case. I have to be honest with you. This looks like this could be a good ending to this case. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's keep hope, and let's at least get this child's face and name out there so we can bring this child home.
They found him already,
safely.
bro.
If you're in the Rogersville
They found
area,
him already, bro.
if you know about this Sandy Valley Road, maybe look in, if you live near there, maybe holler out. His name is don't I don't know.
Now, y'all remember Betty hollering out a missing child's name, right? Y'all remember that, don't you?
know if he has a nickname that his family calls him or not, but his name is Dalton. And I can tell you with my experience with JJ, you know, when they're out there and they see a friendly face and somebody looking like they want to help, they're gonna come to you. He's gonna be thirsty, he's gonna be hungry, and he's gonna be scared.
Okay, so you just said to yell out his name, right? Give me 1 second here, folks. Let me get a timestamp for where I'm at. Yeah, give me 1 second here. Y'all got to see this. Again, people. Blessed are the clip channels. This is from Couch Clips.
8 o'clock at night. So we like never, ever, ever come on this time of night. But I did want to let you guys know how my day went. My day was amazing. I had a great time out there in the real world. I'm serious. I didn't know what that noise was. Now getting back to Dalton, which is now an endangered child in the state of Tennessee. This is.
Hold on. I don't want to miss any chats. Hold on. Team Brittany, thank you so much. Bushes and stickers can kill you. She is a horrible example of any kind of advocate. Fred Flintstone rocks. All kidding aside, she needs a real wake-up call. Cha-ching. Hey, JJ. Come here, JJ. She never yelled JJ's name. She did like once. She did once. I think this is the video that shows that. Danny Mitchell, thank you so much. Per WJHL dog was found with him. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
This is very concerning because if he's in danger or he, disappeared or, got gone, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah,
because
he was already found safe. I knew that. I knew it.
Experience with Summer Wells. And again, this is the 4-year-old right here that is in need of, that is in need of our attention, in need of our avocation, and he needs to be joined with his family again. Look at that beautiful smile.
Now,
so anything that we can possibly do to help aid to do. So if you have an opportunity to see Dalton, we definitely need all hands on deck.
This is going to be fun. Okay. First of all, no hands on deck. They didn't ask for volunteers. They don't want volunteers out there in that terrain. We learned that from the Summer Wells case because they don't want to have to look for more missing people. It's too dangerous. They only want professional searching. But as Couch Clips pointed out, which I pointed out, I wasn't sure, but because I find myself always wanting to give her the benefit of the doubt. But Dalton was already found when she was doing this live. He was already found safe with the dog. Thank you, Danny Mitchell.
That, especially since we have such a large number of people that follow us from Tennessee. So we don't know. We always have to put that disclosure out there. This is what's coming from the official record. We don't know if it's true. We've been bamboozled before for good cause, and definitely are happy to be bamboozled again for good cause. I don't think this is one of those things where they're bamboozling us, to be honest with you. He might be walking with a yellow Labrador. So it sounds like maybe this Labrador retriever, very well may be an animal that he frequently befriended, or might be his own animal. I'm not sure. So obviously a Labrador is missing, and potentially a yellow one.
Welcome to Logic.
At least get this child's face and name out there.
Welcome to Logic. Gray sky photo. She looks like she finally took a Xanax.
So we can bring this child home and home safely. If you're in the Rogersville area, if you know about this Sandy Valley Road, maybe look in, if you live near there, maybe holler out. His name is,
pay attention, folks.
Now, I don't know if he has a nickname that his family calls him or not, but his name is Dalton. And I can tell you with my experience with JJ, when they're out there and they see a friendly face and somebody looking like they want to help, they're going to come to you. He's going to be thirsty, he's going to be hungry, and he's going to be scared. So maybe if you're out there looking for him, don't forget to call his name out. Let him know. Some people, in my opinion, they call out people's names and it can be scary.
JJ? JJ? JJ?
Dude.
I see him seeing all this and turning around and going the other way. JJ!
This is literally the
JJ!
only time that she yelled out JJ's
JJ!
name. And she's repeating
JJ!
it, like,
honestly.
And when you're a little boy or a little girl,
for effect, Couch Clips like repeated that. She only yelled out the name like twice. And that was it the whole time. And she was saying, well, I didn't want to scare him off. Like, dude, if you're, what's really funny is she's totally contradicting herself here. And she's saying exactly what I said when I reviewed her out there, going, no, if a child is out there hungry, scared and hungry and thirsty, as you just said, they're going to come run into anybody who everybody has that instinct of survival. And when people called you out for not calling out JJ's name, not looking for him, complaining the whole time about stickers, that's all you did the whole time was complain about stickers. You were out there all of what, maybe 30 minutes? And you did nothing to look for this child. You went around and started poking leaves with a stick. Like, did you and Dolly go to the same, like, school for searching for missing people? Did you guys attend the same 2-hour seminar on that? Held in buttfuck Kentucky? Wherever the fuck Dolly's from, I don't even know. I mean, what is it with you people that pretend to search and your method of doing that is poking piles of leaves with a stick?
Girl out there in the wilderness and you're already scared. Maybe for the volunteers out there, maybe saying, hey, Dalton, scream out his name, but say, we're here to help you. We're here to take you back to mommy and daddy.
So, these pockets.
Shout out to Couch Clips. Y'all make sure to subscribe to Couch Clips. Oh my God, dude.
Call his name out, let him know. Some people, in my opinion, they call out people's names and it can be scary. And when you're a little boy or a little girl out there in the wilderness and you're already scared, maybe for the volunteers out there, maybe saying, hey, Dalton, scream out his name, but say, we're here to help you. We're here to take you back to mommy and daddy, or whatever it may be, making sure that he hears that and he hears the sweetness and the kindness. Are you meaning Dork, ma'am? I already met Dork, ma'am. It is beautiful. We had a great time, great conversation. I just love meeting people. I really do. And, we've seen Mab on this channel. He's been up on my panel. He's called in. We've seen Mab on Dolly Vision's channel, and he's called in. Definitely a great participant. And, just a lot of fun. He's just nice. I always love meeting nice people. And he's into true crime. And what a great connection that will be. He's out in California. There's just a lot of good that can come. And at the end of the day, all this is about broadening the group, letting us all working together for a great cause. And nothing solidifies that than, in my opinion, meeting somebody and getting their vibe and understanding who they are, where they came from, and stuff like that. And it was a good time. I really did enjoy it. But it is past my bedtime. I did want to come on here and just say, hi guys, I'm here.
So how did you like that? Loved it. I want to ride that horse again sometime.
I just got here. I only got to spend like an hour or two with Mab and his wife, and then home. So, what is it?
You suck.
C'est la vie. C'est la vie, right? So, and then Tuesday I've got a dental appointment, and which kind of sucks because I really need to be at the county meeting, and I'm going to be, I could probably go to the county meeting in the morning, but I got to be there to get drilled up at like 2:00 in the afternoon. So
Bro,
that's really too happy.
I just figured that out. Like, I just put crickets, like a cricket sound effect. And as soon as I turned it off, there were real crickets. Oh my God. Hold on. We gotta hold on.
And I'm going to be,
listen,
well, I could probably go to the county meeting in the morning, but I got to be there to get drilled up at like 2 o'clock. So I'm not going to be really too happy about that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We got to keep teeth.
Oh,
got to have the pearly whites and keep smiling. So, anyways, guys, I'm glad we were able to at least talk about a case.
Even Mother Nature fucking hates her, bro.
And again, I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm doing great. We're working really, really hard here. I have not had. I actually have a video that's going to be coming out if I can get it done before I go to bed. But it's already bedtime. I still have to take a shower and start getting piped down. So anyways, guys, I love you. I know you don't get to see me come on this late, but I wanted to say hi, and I'm still alive. I got to check in when I'm on the road by myself.
Oh, get
so
the
I'm
fuck
alive.
out of
Hi,
here.
and I'm alive.
All right. So Betty never fails. I mean, she never disappoints us in failure is what I meant to say, is how there's a better way of wording that. And the thing is the things that she said here about Summer, I realize they made a lot of people mad. But I'm mad for a different reason. I'm mad for the reason that didn't even make me mad, because I'm so used to it coming from her and people like her. I'm mad about the fact that it no longer makes me mad. That's how desensitized I've become to this case. And I'm angry about that. I'm extremely angry about that. I mean, there's a little girl out there somewhere, dead or alive, I understand, but she's out there somewhere. And there are people, you don't think that there's law enforcement agents that are obsessed with finding this girl? And here I see all these people on YouTube that are acting like they're obsessed with finding her, but they're not obsessed with finding her. They're obsessed with going at each other and using her name. And that was just Betty just feeling some type of way and not being included in it. That's all that was. I mean, we could sit there and make it out to be all this and that. And, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely shitty of her. But in a nutshell, it's her not giving a fuck about a missing kid and simply thinking that if she's observing all of the other drama that's going on surrounding her, and she's pissed off that she's not cashing in on it. I mean, that's what it boils down to. She knows she's a drama channel. She absolutely knows she's a drama channel. And then you got this fucking idiot.
I've no more fucks to give. I've no more fucks to give. I've no more fucks.
I mean, this is somebody who thinks that he's a comedian. And I give him credit. He tried. I mean, but is it because he just lacks the self-awareness that he's not funny? And that's why he tried, or was he encouraged by a whole network of people that were like, man, you need to do stand-up? Because I just don't see the latter happening. It's definitely a former situation.
And no more fucks. I've got no more fucks to give.
I mean, right, Kelsey 206. I agree. It's
no, I don't. I quit. I quit Summer's case. There it is. You happy? Done.
Well, yeah, that's great. I hope you do. I don't think you will. Meth costs money. I mean, I don't have any evidence that this dude is a meth head. It's just a theory. It's just a theory because, like, I mean, just look at him. and just pay attention to his behavior.
Done. Dumbass farm ladies.
There's no one that wants these babies found more than this baby found more than her parents. No one.
Okay.
You're just about
that right there brings me to an important point. Because, and I realize I'm going to lose a lot of support for this, and I'm okay with that. But I always prided myself on being honest with those who are, I'm really grateful for being a part of this community that I've made. But after the last live stream I did, the last 2 live streams I did, Don Wells asked to be on panel. And for the reasons that I felt that it was disrespectful to a victim's parent to not give them a platform, I let him up. I asked him some tough questions. I asked him questions I didn't feel comfortable asking because they've been asked 100 times and been answered the same 100 times. But I realized also that by letting him up more than those 2 times, because he's been up here before, I feel like that was more than enough for me to give him a platform on this channel, at least until we get more answers regarding Summer. Because as much as what this guy is doing and what so many other channels are doing and capitalizing off of throwing empty accusations, and by empty I mean accusations that have no evidence to solidify these accusations as any type of fact. They don't have anything. There's absolutely no evidence. And I want to be clear because I still feel this way. There is no reason for me to believe that Don Wells or Candace Bly or Candace's mother had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. I strongly feel that way because I don't have any evidence to indicate that. As a matter of fact, and I've said it before, I feel like there's more to indicate to me that they didn't have anything to do with it. But having said that, I feel that I, as a creator, and as somebody who I feel that an opinion of myself is that I do advocate for victims in my own way, in the best way that I know how. I do try to advocate for victims. And it would be counterproductive of me to continue to allow Don Wells on this platform. He's welcome in chat as long as he doesn't distract from what I'm talking about. He's totally welcome here. I don't have anything personally against him. But the fact of the matter is there's one argument against Don. Not so much Candace as much Don, but against Don that I cannot disagree with. And that Don is not doing a very convincing job of convincing people that he wants Summer back. I'll tell you why. I know that's a harsh statement, but I'm telling you why I'm saying this. Because time after time, he goes on YouTube channels. Time after time, those YouTube channels will take what he says and twist it, and it's just more content for them. And these are channels like this asshole who has used wasting TBI resources as content by literally calling the TBI tip line. How many of his listeners followed suit and did the same thing? And that is a fair question. So after taking a few days off and doing some real thinking, because I did not come to this decision rashly. I did not come to this decision in the heat of anger or anything of that nature. But by me allowing Don on this channel, on this platform, on my panel, that would be counterproductive to the TBI's efforts to finding Summer. Because the TBI has publicly stated that it's because of the misinformation that they get flooded with in that tip line, that they don't have any credible tips to go on. They said this well over a year ago in a press conference. And every time Don goes on one of these platforms, this is the victim's father. This is not unreasonable of me to ask him or you. It is not unreasonable to ask him to do what the TBI, the people who are looking for his daughter, the only chance of his daughter being found, when they are telling you that the reason why they don't have any credible tips to find your daughter is because of the stir and the mud that the social media platform is contributing to their investigation, making it difficult for them to follow credible tips. And you're the father of this child, and you keep adding water to the dirt that makes the mud, Don Wells. I'm sorry, man. And I'm sorry if people think this is disrespectful to the father of a missing child, but I thought long and hard about this, and I know that what I'm saying is not unfair. If you want people to get behind you and expect you, and if you expect people to believe that all you want is your daughter found, then you would stop doing exactly what the TBI is asking people not to do, because you are the main contributor to it. Because every time you go on that asshole's panel, every time you go on the lab's panel, every time you talk to any other YouTuber that's using you for content, you are adding to the mud that is muddying the waters of this investigation. Don Wells, yes, you. I'm sorry. I know it's harsh. And again, I don't have anything personal against Don. And I want to be abundantly clear when I say again, I have no reason to believe that Don had anything to do with the disappearance of his daughter. No reason whatsoever. I have no evidence of it. In fact, I have indications. The indications that I've observed indicate to me personally, that's just my opinion, the contrary. He did not have anything to do with it. I do believe this in my heart still. But I do believe that right now he's more worried about what people are saying about him online than the TBI having a clear path to be able to investigate his daughter's disappearance. And that's a bad look, dude. So therefore, in good conscience, I cannot allow you on my panel ever again. I will not contribute to it one iota more. I cannot do it. I've given him a platform at least 3 times. And I feel I have fulfilled my duties as a YouTube creator, my responsibilities of giving a father a voice to speak up. I feel I've completed that obligation. I don't feel that I owe him or you guys anymore. So, having said that, we'll move on back to Doug here.
It's about as stupid as stupid does. You're about as dumb as a box of rocks there, Daisy. Matter of fact, your brain is bad.
Thank you, Becky G. In the end, this is all about justice for Summer. I respect you not deciding to muddy the waters. That makes you respectable creator, in my opinion. Thank you. I appreciate that, Becky G.
So is your weight. So is your cholesterol. So is your diabetes, whatever it's called. So is that 9 volt.
See, this is all this guy does. This is all he does. He just throws insults at other people who tag Summer's name. These are just a bunch of shit people, you know, mud wrestling. That's what they're doing, except for mud. It's just all horse shit. They're just all wrestling around in horse shit, throwing horse shit at each other. It's a big horse shit fight.
9 volt, you can't fucking change because you don't know how to, you can't reach your dumb ass up and get that fire detector to stop. No, you can't. Can you? Did you hear that joke about that guy who walks into the house? He's got a pig under his arm, and he says, he's got a duck under his arm. He walks in, has the duck. Mm-hmm. He's like, "That's the pig I'm fucking." And she looks at him and she's like, "That's not a pig, that's a duck." And he's like, "Shh, I'm not talking to you."
Oh,
Daisy, sit your ass down.
Dude, that joke, he can't even like pull off one of the most overtold fucking oldest jokes ever. I believe that was in a fucking in a truly tasteless jokes book that I shoplifted when I was 10 years old. Kelsey 206, thank you. Proud of you and proud to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your community. Oh man, everybody's welcome. Just don't be a dick, you know, and you can even be a dick within reason. But thank you so much, Kelsey 206. I appreciate you being here.
Down.
Yeah, that'd be
You're the first pig cow in the world. By the way, you all know who you are. Who handed out my info, and you guys sent me stuff. Well, I thought I trusted you, and now I got all these grab links, right? So now I have to buy a brand new computer.
Again,
my phone got all effed up, and I gave one person I let her have my email to her string links StreamYard so I could help her set the StreamYards up. And unfortunately, they like to play games. Now
That's so funny to me that somebody somebody emailed him with a virus and he clicked on it and opened it. Got him.
I've been fighting all those people this whole time during this whole case, from BK to Scott H, those two trash balls.
Yep.
Yeah, Scott, you're trash. 100% trash, Scott. You're a con artist. You're a scammer. Just like the rest of you fools. All of y'all. Summer hasn't been found because of all you fucks. All you Shay safe place? Yeah, right. It's Shay's thievery place. Frivolous place. Fucking bitch.
Exactly.
Straight up, you're a bitch. Yeah.
Wow.
Straight up. I would use can't understand normal thinking, but you're, yeah, I'm not going to go there tonight. Let me give it to all you real quick. Just shortly here. I might just have a little more fun with you on a channel I just might make up and nobody will know it's me, but I'm gonna start giving it to all you idiots, right? All you.
Why does he act like that? That's something to brag about, like being tough, you know? I don't understand. I could just see this guy too. Like I could see him like getting that email, bro. Like I could just see him like,
okay, smartass. Let's see what this mystery's all about.
oh my God. Dude, like this guy's such a tool.
Anybody that's you wanted to call yourself Appalachians or the
like this is all he does. He just gets up there and just gets all fucking mad. Like he went full Karen. Like he went he like invoked the spirits of canceled Karen, Bullhorn Betty, fucking MGL, like this guy and you put them all together and they're as funny as this guy. That should tell you that should tell you all you need to know.
The rednecks, all you people. I sat on there for 3 hours yesterday just to promote myself for what? Because I knew I was done with all you idiots. All you guys can't keep a story fucking straight. You guys are all starting to bring in fake suspects, fake sightings, starting with Benny Keys and on. You guys have leaders like that. That's all you. You guys are all trash. I get called a scammer. I've never asked for $1 in my life. Never.
No, never.
I get all this stuff thrown on from BK and all these other people, and you guys are gonna start blaming and come into chats and start talking shit to me. Oh, fuck you. And Shay, you got to learn how to run a channel, which your channel's gone anyway, right? It's gonna be. I got it. Don't worry. Your channel's done. It's good as done. I already filed all the complaints. It's done. You're gone. You'll never get it back, nor will I give it back. Done.
Game over.
I'm gonna start taking everyone else's channels too. Fuck them all. Yeah, that's the way it goes now. No, you guys, you don't even play a minute of my stuff. I'm gonna strike you. Everybody. And if you got it on your channels, depending on who you are, take that shit down. And you know who you are. Yeah.
Play stupid games to win stupid prizes.
1 week putting all those videos together, and you're gonna play them like they're your Shay. I like to bring this stuff to my people. Why are you taking Cash Apps, PayPals, and you don't even put me in the description after I have to beg and ask you and then send you $5 fucking to ask you to do that, and then you let your chat talk shit to me, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, good one. You got the wrong one here. I'll ruin all your lives big time. From here. And I'm moving here in a couple of days, so you better get here quick if you want to touch me. And I wouldn't suggest it either because I'm firing back, just so you know. Big time. And I'm stabbing too with the fucking Idaho 4 knife. If you get close enough to stab, I'm going to get you too. Don't even think about it.
Like, I love how this is how these people think. So he's sitting here using a crime with 4 victims as a pun, as like a bad pun to literally threaten someone. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
So how did you like that? Loved it. I want to ride that horse again sometime. Ooh, yeah.
Wow. Done. All you freaking holler bitches, holler whores, nasty, sit around 24 hours a day because you're all fucking on meth. You make us feel like we're on meth. It's all you motherfuckers.
That sounds like some subconscious shit. You know what I mean? Like he had to defend himself from looking like he's on meth. You know what I mean? Accusing somebody of being on meth, and then he's got to be like, you make us all feel like we're on meth. Dude, you are. That's not, don't try to cover up the fact that you're like, you look like you're on meth probably because you're on meth, bro. Like, stop. Stop it right now, dude. Stop it right now. Seriously, dude.
You're lying. And you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Stayed up all night long, playing your little mathematic games, right? That you even did on me.
What?
I got somebody texting me like, I really, I'm really hurt right now. I can't, please don't, I've lost a lot of friends for you already. You didn't lose any. I didn't ask you to do nothing for me. Matter of fact, I only tried to help you. And guess what you just did to me? You wanted to take me out of Summer's case. Well, you wanted to stop the voice from talking, and then you wanted to start that live this morning because you knew all my shit was fucked. I knew all my shit was fucked this morning. I just didn't know I couldn't get into my computer tonight because that had some more fun in it.
Get some violence in the chat, y'all.
Brand new computer, $1,000 computer.
See, I didn't know any of that.
No, yeah. I've been dealing with this for 5 years, though. These are all people that have come through and then more build, and they continue the same bullshit. And then when I answer them, they mass strike me because they're coward little punks.
Of course.
And in real life, they're cowards. And in their little YouTube world, they're just the shit. Well, they're not. You're going to get touched with lawsuits and other stuff. Every one of you guys. If I can't touch you with the law, I'm going to touch you with the lawsuit. Fuck you. Yep. And then I'm going to charge you for the legal fees afterwards. Turn around, I'm going to charge your dumbasses right back. And you all better make sure if you're on disability or you're doing YouTube, you better make sure the tax man is paid in full because I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be a white knight. I'm going to make sure all you guys get audited and everything. Fuck you. Real names and all, right? Like it took you how long, Scott H, to put your dumb looking face on? Fuck, I'm going to charge you for the legal fees. I'm going to touch you with the lawsuit. Fuck you. And other stuff. Every one of you guys. If I can't touch you with the law, I'm going to touch you with the lawsuit. Fuck you. Yep. And then I'm going to charge you for the legal fees afterwards. Turn around, I'm going to charge your dumbasses right back. And you all better make sure if you're on disability or you're doing YouTube, you better make sure the tax man is paid in full because I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be a white knight. I'm going to make sure all you guys get audited and everything. Fuck you. Real names and all, right? Like it took you how long, Scott H, to bring your dumb looking face on there? Talk about, oh yeah, I'm retired from Lowe's, I have disability. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, keep playing around, all y'all. You're weak in real life. You're weak-minded. You guys can't keep up with us, and what you got to do is try to keep us down. Try to put us down. You can't keep me down because I'm
Who's
God's
us?
co-pilot, right? You guys think you're God. Well, guess what? Guess what?
Guess what? What? I don't know what that
block
means.
them how?
What does that
You don't even know who the
mean?
fuck you're dealing with. They're all different emojis coming back as different names, playing the same old goddamn games. Yeah, playing the same games, coming in and ruining people who actually are a voice for the voiceless to take that away. Guess what? Tragedy pimps, that's you. Every single one of you worked in the Summers case, down to the Joshes, down to McDonough's, all you fucking trash pieces of shit who's turned on me, played me, and all that other shit. Josh, yeah, having that girl.
You see, it's all about him and how the other tragedy pimps turned their backs on him. Poor Doug. Sorry, Doug. Sorry your friends left you. We're sorry that even they have standards against meth heads.
Yeah, talk about it. Yeah, why don't we talk about it?
Yeah, they don't want to talk about that though, huh?
No.
Let's
That
not
K
bring
doll,
that up, right?
That K doll was your friend. I was like, why is
this yes man that he has is killing me right now, bro? Like
she's sending me this stuff? He's like, you never got those before? No, I never asked for them because I'm here to do a job. I'm here for the voiceless, not here to play games like all y'all. And Ziggy coming on my panel, and you Josh, and everybody creating that drama over here when I have 1,700 people in my room so you could take my place. Is that all you wanted? I would have handed it to you, you little punk. You didn't have to go around the back because that's what you do. Your little 400-pound looking ass, huh?
See,
like you sumo ass.
This is how you always know that it's about the content. That's how you always know, because he calls it a job, right? And then he sits there and he goes, I would have helped you out too. You didn't have to go behind my back and use me for my subs. I would have helped you with subs.
Ass looking motherfucker. Yeah, sit there and talk all your shit you want. Eat those honey buns, honey bun. Yeah, I got pictures of you too. I mean, shit,
like,
dude.
How does that person, bro, have any self-respect? Like, how does that person that he's sitting with have any self-respect when he's sitting there doing nothing but fat shaming? And I'm not trying to pick on her weight. I'm saying, what does that say about her self-respect that he's just taking these horrible jabs that could apply to anybody, decent people as well, and she doesn't give a shit? It's amazing. Late Night Memories, thank you for all you do, Glare. Great shirt, by the way. Thanks, appreciate that.
Dude, sumo tickling.
I've never seen so much bullshit people before.
Yeah, all y'all trash. All you guys are
like, you saw how she just directed her anger at the people. Like, it's more important to her to kiss his ass than to be like, yo, dude, hey man, you know, I like honey buns. You know what I mean? Like,
trash. Even the bigger, up to the bigger ones who was talking shit, like the Iked Mels and the Annalises who go and run with the big dogs because they want to make sure, or they don't want competition, or people who do a good job because it's going to put them in another. They got to work harder, right? Yeah, they're going to have to work harder. Because some guy like me who comes in and puts in work before and after 9-10 hours a day, easy.
Bro,
exactly. We try
to not work though. Okay, let me tell you something. Because he's comparing, he's saying that these people are pissed off because they're not at Iked Mel level or Annie Elise level. Now, I'm cool with Iked Mel and I like Iked Mel, but I don't know what his process is as far as research or whatnot. But Annie and I are good friends, and you don't even have to, like, all you have to do is just look at her content and the amount of it and what she does. She's always posting on TikTok. She's always posting on Instagram. She's always posting. I'm talking about daily. Always a new video on YouTube. And I'm talking about daily. Like, that's editing, that's research, that's, you know what I mean? Like, and then she's got, like, she's in like the top 5 of all true crime podcasts now, and it just launched. You don't get that from just putting time in. You do that by putting time and careful, logical work into what you're doing. It's not just about the time you put in. But yeah, that's important. Of course, the time matters. But why the fuck is he trying to compare himself to them when this is the content? He can't even realize that this is the content that this is what's holding him back. Because he's obviously got the ability to speak and think quickly. The problem is there's something that's scrambling his fucking brain as far as like what to come out of his mouth and what shouldn't come out of his mouth. But he's obviously able to speak coherent, well, not coherently, but he's able to speak articulately. You know, I mean, and all you got to do, I mean, just sitting up there and doing fucking whatever you're doing to stay up all hours of the day and night, to be doing what you're doing, stop doing that because it's affecting your content. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Some people might be like, well, you don't have any evidence. You don't have any evidence that this dude's a meth head. I mean, other than living in buttfuck Tennessee myself and seeing meth heads everywhere and how they act, that behavior's not far from it. I mean, it's not. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt and just saying that that's something that he could fix. Because if it's a mental health issue, he needs to go seek help. But if it's a drug issue, dude, it's just as simple as just quitting. Just stop. Realize that this is like the whole world is coming down on you as far as your perception goes right here. You're like going off on everybody. You're screaming at everybody. Like you're not. You're just you're fat shaming people. You're throwing out little personal details that somebody might have shared with you behind the scenes or whatnot that nobody gives a fuck about. Nobody worth a shit does anyway. I know I don't. So, I mean, it's just really funny to me that he just can't see. Like, I mean, I don't have those kind of problems where all of everybody that I'm cool with all of a sudden turns on me and goes, we hate you now, Claire. Nobody does that. And if it did happen, guess what? Chances are I probably would have done some shit that I got to look back on and take some accountability for and be like, okay, and assess and then correct. But it's got to start with some accountability, you know? Why can't this dude simply do that?
Try to keep
just for somebody to steal my shit.
Yeah.
And then talk shit to me. And you know what? You dirty deleted this one too, but I was striking all your other videos. You're strategic too, because I had to go through all my videos from 2 to 5 weeks ago and pull out different sections because you merged in a few different extra words to try to change it to fair use. Well, guess what?
See, these creators who love the drama and talk shit about each other, you notice that they almost never mention me. I think the Lab did a live on me on his alt channel, but I didn't even watch it. I swear to God, I didn't even watch it. Because the only thing that I'm concerned with is that these people either join me on this panel or I go on one of theirs. And I'm perfectly happy to do it on one of their channels. That's how much confidence I have in my point and what I believe in and how much conviction I have in my opinions in all this. See, they won't address me directly because they have no conviction behind what they say. I mean, I could give a fuck what this guy thinks about me. What I care about is I want them to show me, sell me on their points in a conversation. shut down every point that I make that counters their points with logic, with proof. I just want that, but they won't do it. If I had this dude up on my channel right now, he would shut down Upchurch style. Same childish way Upchurch did. Just sit up here and deflect and troll. But this guy, he'll just sit there and throw insults. Baby got butter teeth, blah, 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 blah. That's what he'll do. Because he has no actual belief in what he's talking about.
Guess what?
Don't work.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you all that stuff, Shay. I'll go to your page and even show it. But let's just go. Let's start with what's real here first. Let's start with what real piece of shit you are, and then I'll show your text message and everything else. Or you responded to my email right after this though. When you could respond to everybody, thank them for the memberships, just skip me, and I had to $5 to ask you nicely, you fucking bitch. After I said, if you're gonna use my stuff and you've been stealing it for 2 years. Man, last time I had to tell you to take it down. You were putting up my whole hour videos and monetizing it, all of them.
I mean,
10,000.
Summer Wells is in his title here, and he hasn't said or done jack shit that is in any way slightly relatable to her case. Nothing. Becky G, thank you so much. It takes integrity to stand by convictions. Angry weirdos can't do that. Smart people don't have to scream to be heard. This man has problems. Yeah, it's real. Thank you, Becky G. Brianna 25. So when it comes to conversating on other channels, might you sometimes call them from spoofed PA phone numbers? What difference does that make? I mean, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. But $5 gets you an honest answer. Hell, you can get that for free. I mean, what difference does that make? What fucking difference does it make what phone number I call from? People call from a blocked phone number. I open up phone lines. People call from blocked numbers all the time. I mean, what are you going to do? Troll me? And I'm going to go, oh, haha, good. And then next caller. I mean, what do I care? What difference does it make if it's from a spoofed number? Gives a shit. Answer the phone and answer questions with conviction if you believe so much in what the fuck you're talking about.
1,000 commercials in there making money off me while you guys were all striking me, so I don't make any money. I made $6 a fucking stream last year, the 2021 and 22, because all you were mass striking me. Yeah, I didn't know how to fix that till now. And I still only make like maybe $30 to $60 a stream, if that. I should be making 2, 3, 4.
Dude, I don't know anybody who gets mass stricken unless they're like really pissing people off. Hold on. I was just curious. Joneson lost her crap laughing, and I thought it was brilliant. I'm your fan, Glare, not BHB. Okay. I mean, yeah, it was an odd question, but thank you. Appreciate it. So I never heard of anybody getting mass stricken unless they're like doing something really fucked up. You know what I mean? Most people just don't even bother, you know? Because channels that criticize them, it might happen like one shit channel fighting against another shit channel, which seems like is the case here and what he's talking about and bitching about. So I guess, yeah, it could happen. But something's wrong with your content if you're constantly, if I'm constantly getting stricken, I'm going to be like, you know what? This isn't even fucking worth it. You know what I mean? And then I'll just talk about something else, you know? But I mean, actually, that's not true. If I had full on conviction behind what I'm talking about, I probably wouldn't. But these guys don't have any conviction behind anything that they're saying. If I ask them to join me on a panel or ask to go up on their panel, they'll just hide behind the safe space that they've created behind their own mic and just bitch and moan and then try to create like a drama rift between us. I'm not interested in a drama rift between us. I want to be very clear about that. I could give the slightest fuck about what either of these people, and I'm talking about the lab and I'm talking about Doug, think of me. I care about what they truly think about what they're saying so their audience can see it. That's all I care about. Because it's virtue signaling when you think about it. That's all it is. They're using summer same thing bullshit Betty does, where they sit there and say, you don't care about a missing child unless you are on board with what I'm doing. I mean, it's just pure manipulation with no facts to back anything that they're saying up. No facts at all. They all do the same thing. We're here for summer. We're here for summer, 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 summer. We're summer's army. And then they sit up there and do this shit and have these little fucking meltdowns.
$400 a stream. But you jealous bitches are spend most of your time trying to worry about another man. And most of you men worry about another man too. I'm on your minds too, you weirdos. You got that Fruit Loop white boy douchebag radio that can't make a fucking sentence for the life. Dirt. I'll show you your dirt, right? Two men behind prison bars. I mean, one will see stars, but you'll see the mud. Don't worry. You're gonna see all that mud.
So
dirty mud.
So that little meme that I just threw up there. I made that a long time ago. I think while Toast was live with me here and we were talking about White Boy Radio. That's actually White Boy in that meme, like superimposed on that kid from Malcolm in the Middle's face. And we had a really good laugh over it. And I just still use it generally for everybody. Just saying.
Yeah, you and Spackling Don. I called Don last night. I said, Don, hey, you're in better position now. I quit. Done.
I mean, why are
none of you guys?
Why are you calling Don? You know what I mean? Dude, it makes me uncomfortable to even talk to him. I'm not even trying to lie. It makes me uncomfortable to even talk to Don. Like I and it's only because of all of the appearances that I've seen him do on all these other channels.
You'd be a liar. Nana's Angels, all you fools would be a liar if you said you wanted to find Summer. This is the first time you've ever had anybody looking at you like this, the first time you've ever had friends, donations, or worthwhile of any kind of things in your life. All you trash holler people, Jody Sues, and all the people making money and monetizing their channels off this, but want to talk shit. That's your tragedy, pimp. Whatever, dude. That cancer needs to start eating your neck faster. That's what that needs to happen.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Like I can't even relate to somebody who would say something like that out loud to somebody else, even just fucking joking. It makes absolutely no sense to me at all whatsoever.
Needs to happen. Tired of hearing you yap your jaws, but you just got to take your shit away. I need your mouth to fall off. Yeah. You're a special kind of stupid, Jody Sue. And you also told Andy he sells drugs to kids and puts them down. Yeah, all you fucking morons. All you guys are going. I'm going to the FBI, TBI with all your shit. Right? Tonight's the start of it. Like, we're going to play the Andrew Hill stuff. I'm going to call them live even. I'll see if TBI wants to talk tonight. Hell yeah. And I'll give them all your real government names, every single one of you creators. I got you. Don't worry. You guys want to play with me? It's time. Fair is fair. I got time for you now.
Suck, bro.
You guys didn't like the fact that you mass strike me and get my main channel taken down just so you can try to have that one step up because you don't know how to put in the work. You don't. You weak-minded, ignorant, vindictive lunatics. Sending grab links and then making me aware of it and then doing a show about it because you guys already knew I knew. You guys already knew I knew. I'm not stupid.
You sober now?
Take my kindness for my friendship. Take it. I wear my heart on my sleeve every time. But guess what? Apparently, I'm the only one with balls to talk the shit back and take the heat. But you guys are cowards. Remember, you guys got to work in numbers and packs. I'm a one-man show when it came to beating your fucking asses all through this. You didn't get me, take me down. And look who's still here. Now, this is my second channel. I got 3 monetized channels.
Exactly. Bitches, we ain't going nowhere neither. So
no, go nowhere. If it takes me time to keep building these.
This lady, yes, man, is killing me right now, bro.
Guess what? I'll do it. But you guys did this last time to me when I exposed all you stupid bitches for sending the tits, which girls, if you start sending your body parts to a guy, first of all, you're disgusting. You are disgusting. If it's not asked for, you guys are disgusting whores. How's that? The most disgusting of all whores.
You suck.
That's all you talk
have
about.
More respect for yourself than that, you know. Just
yeah, you don't want to see the voicemail from one of those people that, you know, the head of the show that got, the one that ran the game on me, right? Because she didn't like the fact that I put that out about her dad and she wanted to turn around, or Don's dad. She put it back on me, right? That should get his trust, right? Trust right away. Well,
dude, all of that is over people throwing rumors around at each other. Think about that for a second. Like, all of this is, thank you, Andrew. I don't want to say your last name, but thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. All of this is from people throwing rumors around of Summer Wells as far as her disappearance goes, throwing rumors around about family members, neighbors, what the fuck ever. Right? Just tossing rumors back and forth at each other. And it's gotten this personal about people they don't even fucking know. And about rumors about them, which are none of them are substantiated. It's crazy. It makes absolutely no sense.
Trying to get me to send dick pics and all that other shit. It's fucking weird. I mean, I'll put up those text messages later. I have no,
bro, nobody does that, dude. Like, bro, nobody is asking you for dick pics, homie. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Like, all they need to do is Google blue waffle. Nobody's asking you for dick pics, dude. Like, seriously.
It's all gloves are off, aren't they? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Why about and I don't need to talk to this, whoever Annabella is and whoever Chevy girl is or Sherry, whatever, all your friends, all the people that you had problems with, you threw them all onto me and got me all at once, right? Yeah.
Why we got to go through a third party to say something? You a grown ass person, you got something to say, then you need to say it. Don't send a third party to do a fucking job for you. This ain't kindergarten. No fucking game
I'll show up at your goddamn doorstep for a beating. Whether you beat me down or I beat you down, I don't care which way it goes. I'm going to show up and take those punches, but you won't answer the door, will you? Matter of fact, I tried to serve you guys with paperwork, and none of you will take it. You guys all hide. All you guys. Yeah, all of you guys. Every single one of you that
I know, Ryan.
Talk about Summer.
I know,
down
Ryan.
To PG every day since last year. Trash. Even Don B. Trash. You and your little birdies, Don B. You're fucking trash. How's that? All you guys are trash. All you guys want to make this take longer, right?
I can honestly say that I don't know any of the fucking people that he's talking about. I don't know how they pertain to the case. I mean, we know they don't because I only listen to anything released by law enforcement as far as that case goes. So I don't even know, even 2 years later, I don't know how any of the names that these people mentioned pertain to this case at all whatsoever. A whole fucking crazy, just cultish like part of the community is based on throwing mud at each other that's made up of nothing. Imaginary shit. Think about that for a second. That's fucking crazy. This dude is so mad right now. This dude is so fucking mad.
Don B used to be like, I think giving me stupid information. Andrew Hilt's giving me wrong information. You all wanted me to sink, right? I only put out some of this.
All right. So, hey, genius. Maybe don't go to these types of people for information. Maybe vet your sources for credibility. And don't just take anything that anybody says and use it for content. Maybe you won't get misinformation. Because what's funny is he's only bitching about the fact that he got proven wrong. He's sitting there going, fuck, they gave me wrong. They lied to me. They gave me bad information. No, the only reason you're pissed about it is because you put the information out there and then somebody with common sense called you the fuck out on it. You don't get to blame them. You're the creator. Of course, there's going to be jackholes out there that are trying to fucking, get on a YouTube channel and make a name for themselves so they can build a YouTube channel and use Summer's name to grift. Like you. Of course, those people are going to come out of the woodwork. Like, you have to vet these people. You don't get to blame them for lying to you.
Of the stuff I thought was right, but I put out the stuff that Andrew can get real big trouble for, especially if he contacts me through email, electric monitoring stuff. Like, you're done. Panda boy, you little shithead. I gave you a chance to come up and talk and tell the truth, and you did over here on a panel we'll look at right after we stare at Shay's dumbass.
Let me tell you something. Again, let me just try to go through the names that I've heard in the last 2 years, which I really don't know what they have to do with the case, right? But I'm going to just go through some of the names so that you guys get an idea of my point. Andrew, Don B, Jody Sue, Hunter's mom, all of these people. Just some examples of people that will never have a place on my channel. I don't give a fuck what they have to say. They will never have a place up on my panel because I will not have any part with any misinformation being spread. I just won't. I will not give bottom-feeding shitbags like this any quarter here.
And what's coming next for her? Well, your channel's going to be like the Backstreet Boys. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
What are you going to do? Hey, you remember when you were mad at Jody Sue for getting Marlboro money? And what did DumbNoThanks do? He sent you money for a carton of Marlboros, and he said, hey, keep your head up. Yeah, keep your head up, and thanks.
Wow, because that's really, man, that's getting to the bottom of what happened to Summer, right? Right there. Yeah, she owes me money for smokes. I'll send you some money for smokes. Blah, 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 blah. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even understand, like, what is going on?
Thanks for being a voice for Summer. But guess what? You know what? That sucks because, like, yeah, all you guys just took. I donated over $1,000.
You know what this reminds me of?
Scott H. and you guys fucking scam.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a fucking, like, what I imagine, like, more or less what a neo-Nazi fucking meeting with Klans people attending in a church worshiping God would look like. That's basically kind of the same vibe I'm getting. You know what I mean? I've never been in a church where there was a fucking Klan meeting and shit, but these people always talk about how it's all for Jesus. Gotta make sure the pure white race. I'm gonna do it for Jesus. When Jesus wasn't even white. You know what I mean? Like, these people are going, Summer Wells. Like, to me, it's the same thing. We got to purify the race in the name of Jesus. Kill all of them. and then be like, Jody Sue Brown, cigarettes, and this guy over here and the neighbor, and Summer Wells, justice for Summer. Sounds fucking ridiculous. You people sound fucking asinine just saying the girl's name. I don't even want to say her name anymore because I don't even want to be lumped up with dickheads like you. I can't. It's so gross to me, dude. That's so infuriating that the name of a missing child I think twice about mentioning. I can't even, like, if there's an update, I'm going to have to, I'm going to probably do it, but I'm going to at least pause and think about whether or not it's okay to share her name when there's an update. That's fucked up. That I feel fucked up about sharing a missing child's name because of what you fucking people have done to it. What you people have done to this girl's name is disgusting. I've never seen anything like this. The only thing that I've ever seen that even remotely resembles what this case has turned into is the Chris Watts case. And Chris Watts' family has closure. That's the fucked up part. Like, the closure for the Chris Watts case is there. The closure is there. There's no closure here. And you people have made this thing in more of a circus than that. I'd never seen anything like that. Dude, it's so bad that law enforcement has decided to not even give an update. Because you people have turned this into some sick cult. And I'm talking about fucking everybody, dude. Because now even people with good intentions, people who are using Summer's name for good intentions, now inadvertently, without any fault of their own, are contributing to that shit. Because of what her name has turned into. It's not their fault. But now you can't even do that without getting mud slung at you. Because it's going to cause more drama. So here's Betty already talking about that she's probably going back to Rogersville. We already know that there's another group of people going out there. And exactly what I was afraid of happening looks like it may fucking happen. Which is why I was against it. And again, I don't question these people's intentions. I do not. But unfortunately, in the grand scheme of things, you can't escape the reality. And chances are it's going to contribute to more of this circus that this has already become. And I'm worried about that. And I think it sucks for them because they're good people just trying to do a good thing. They're just not accepting what this has become. Ideally, their good intentions are going to counter all the shittiness, but I don't think it will. I think it'll just add to it. Team Brittany, thank you so much. Doug and Betty, Candy Montgomery called. She wants her reputation back and her axe. Well done.
Scandals. I gave you $450. You guys were supposed to triple. None of that shit happened. You guys were tweaked the fuck out, staying up 24 hours a day, handing off each other's cocks to each other. Y'all weirdos too, right? Y'all pegging each other. Y'all like Dons and holler boys, right?
No, see, they think people forgot about that.
This guy is always coming back to some sort of homoerotic insult. Like it's really weird. He's always like, Doug, you do that every time.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
That stuff, right?
Yeah, you're punk bitches. Yeah, I won't let you forget because I'm gonna start a channel that not even connected to me, and you won't.
Forget.
Yeah, you'll know who's putting it up, but nobody will be able to prove it.
So this guy's already talking about doxing people. Like I'm gonna, like a coward, I'm gonna put up some fake channel and I'm gonna put up everybody's information and blah 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 blah, bro.
It'll all come out. All embarrassing shit. Everything I can play today, though, I will. Right? Everything I can show you today, whether they're messages or not, I'll block out some of the numbers. Like, I'll show you everything. I don't care. Smiley, you better tell your husband, if he sees that one that says, I told my husband already, so if anything happens, it's fucking weird.
Oh
you guys set up people right and left. You guys, I don't know how long you guys stayed up for days thinking this was a good idea to come at me, but you guys thought you were going to win this time. You guys have lost every other time, 7, 8 times. Yeah, it takes time. I lose 1,000 subs every time or 2,000 subs. I lose my algorithm. You guys strike me for telling the truth, right? Take a channel down for a week.
Here's the thing.
Right. It's the third time you.
Everyone involved in the conversation that he's having, everyone involved, including him, are liars. That's what they all have in common. They're all completely and totally full of shit. They spread misinformation. Misinformation, by definition, are things that are not true. And things that are not true, by definition, are fucking lies. Right? So all of the people that he's talking about, including himself, are a bunch of fucking liars.
Time you done that? And every time during big cases, at times that, like, even during the Dylan rounds, right when Brenner was, yeah, everybody. See, that's the way it works, because you can't keep up. And you know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start going twice as hard. I'm going to put out twice as much as info and show that you guys can only do one case and not even good. Mediocre. Just fucking mediocre. Just fucking mediocre. Dynamite. I don't know if that's the one that, I don't know.
I mean, how do they think these people are all for Summer, but why do they think that their actions do anything to help Summer? That's what I find really, really funny. How do their viewers think that their actions are doing anything to help find Summer? Calling the TBI and wasting that resource? I mean, that doesn't do anything to help Summer at all. Helping Summer would just be to just stay in your lane and only share credible information. You know, I mean,
whatever her fucking name is, Smiley. Yeah, ask Smiley if it's the same one, the one that she keeps begging me to talk to, and that she can articulate this better. Why? Because everyone wants to be like dirt.
Articulate what? So she means.
Yeah, what is it? A Barbie doll? You trying to move it?
Craft a better narrative, a better story.
Yeah. What else? What else you want? What do you want to try to give that my new phone a virus too again?
Bro, did he pull this yes person out of a fucking outhouse somewhere where there's no plumbing? Did you just? And this isn't a jab at like poverty or anything like that. I'm just like, that's where I would expect that type of wisdom from. Is a fucking outhouse, not even somebody who even understands the incredible invention that is plumbing. Oh my God. If I pull this little lever down, it all goes baloosh.
You admitted to the grab links and everything, and how many people wanted you to send it. And then today you did a show about the people who set me up and took my channel down for a week. You're starting to feel bad because you found out I was a real good guy. And that's the problem with people. They get over here and they're like, holy shit, dude, I'm already started this and it's about over. And I actually like this guy. He's a good guy. He doesn't do anything that they've ever said. He doesn't treat women bad. He doesn't ask for titty pictures for wrenches. He doesn't do that. No, I never.
Bro, you just sat up here and just fucking every single woman you talked about, you fat shamed and called a bitch. What are you talking about, homie?
I never have. I don't have 1488 on my calves either, Benny. You went with that for a long time too. Yeah, you guys made me a racist. You guys are showing fake dick pics around. So like you're waiting for me to defend something, right? Because I went after the boobs and you took me down. So now that I did a little thing on Matt because he can't take it, you punk bitch, your nostrils are closed, your face is funny looking, and you look like a corpse, a walking dead man. You look like you're on the streets of fucking Philadelphia. Get some help. Get some help. And
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care.
tell your wife. I guess it's 2023. She can go by your wife.
Wow.
Yeah, she looks like a fucking fullback. Just saying. Today, Junior. Benny, you're just as a bitch boy as he is. You're both bitches. You and your beard that you go squeeze out and you go squeeze out the sperm at a sperm bank to see whatever money you can get so you can hide that from your ex-wife too, along with crypto and your gold and all that other shit because you don't want to pay for your kid. You're just a fucking loser, low-life scumbag who needed $20 from me for a pizza to buy Monica Sherrod, who you were fucking during the Cash Gurning case. What? Why? They were all on meth and so were you, right? You said I had to go undercover. I had to jump through that in the Ornoson West case where you almost had me beat up. You and Steve A.V. Watchman and all those people planned the neighbor to beat me up, and that guy missed me, huh? You guys didn't plan on that. 4 of you missed me, didn't you? Tried to get me, take me up with your cars and everything. I jumped around and danced around. This fat boy did. Jumped around and danced around all 4 of you, huh? But you and all these idiots were standing down there with your cameras ready for me to get arrested because you guys found out that I had a warrant from with Steve A.V. Watchman when we took videotape of a place that he took me right before the A.V. hospital when we happened to catch, I guess he set that up too. We happened to catch like a girl getting pulled out of her wheelchair or dumped out of her wheelchair. Yeah, I was the fall guy for that too, wasn't I, Steve? All you guys have been using me for the fall guy. The white boy who, I'll show that van stuff tonight too from the Classic and Sincere case where there's family member from Classic and Sincere breaking into a white van and talking about a white boy trying to throw me down.
This guy with his conspiracy theories, man.
And too bad I got the recording. Oh yeah, you Facebook Lived it. You forgot that you can't delete that right away. So that Facebook Live I had. Yeah, I'll play that tonight too. Yeah, let's just expose everybody tonight. Fuck all you.
Exactly. They can all fuck
So the
off.
title was changed? Well, after you stopped the show.
Well, they can all fuck off. You're muted. Get off the meth.
You're muted.
Big fuck you. Right? All the stuff that you did. You changed the title after the words. You put that DumbNoThanks at DumbNoThanks in your title. Why didn't you put it in the description next to your PayPal and your Cash App and say, thanks, Doug, for all the hard work you did and hours and hours and hours and days that you put this together? You couldn't do that, and you let your subs talk shit. Let's look at a piece of shit you are, Shay, and we'll just move on from there. And you guys, and anybody who was in that chat today, like, well, who's that other person who's like, I really like Doug, but she's in here talking shit. Yeah, Scott H is in it. All you guys are membering up, and she's using my shit, saying that and she's taking my pictures and making it hers. She has, if you go to her page, like my videos all day.
Yeah. Even the thumbnail pictures are yours.
Everything. Let's just look through this here. I think I can speed this up though. So I get tired of listening for 10 minutes and watching her get 5 or 6 members, and she took in like $30 or $40. And I put this in it. I say this. Can you do me a favor if you're playing my stuff? This is after I emailed her, by the way, like 30 minutes ago before. I said, can you do me a favor if you're playing my stuff? I don't care. Can you at least put it in your description? It took me days and hours to make all of these. It's really sad how you're like, like you put them together. Like, I really just want to show you this stuff because this is coming from the parents. You're so sad, individual. You're not a creator at all. You're trash, Shay. I hope only the worst for you, and I want your channel gone as soon as possible. Right? And I'm going to take all your little friends, too. All your little doggies, too. I thought I was very respectful. Butterfly kisses throws in my like, I stand for summer. No, you don't. I stand for summer, bitch. I do. All y'all stand for yourselves. Okay. So you guys, just keep throwing your PayPal up, right? Because you're the tragedy pimps, not me. You guys are all the pimps. All right, let's do the audio now. Because you didn't think you dirty deleted this, Shay. It doesn't go away. I told you that.
Oh no, nothing ever goes away.
All your views lately, you got like 1,000 subs too, and all your views too. Those are my views. Those are my views that you didn't show 10 minutes of my fucking video to send them over to me afterwards because you're a selfish bitch. That's what it is. Yeah, you are.
Every bit of that she gained off of using those videos come off of your hard work and off of your back.
Yeah, all you guys. Yeah,
and
when
don't
you guys
even
got
have
me
the
taken
decency to tell people, hey, this is where I got it from. Go over there and sub to his channel. Here's his link. Thank you. Nothing. Kiss my ass. Nothing.
Any of those idiots that came up with an
Brush
idea,
it off and what?
they had watched one of my videos, guaranteed. One of my videos they had taken just like and made it their own.
Exactly.
Because they can't
always
think.
do.
You guys don't. You can't think. See, your brain. You got the brain of a small field rodent. All of you. All you guys together maybe make a brain and a half. That's why I've always won. Even though I've lost, I'm still here. I won. I emailed you guys like AB. You're trash too. In Canada, you've been doing this for 5 years to me. You and AV Watchman, yeah.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, all you trash. He brought you in, and yeah, you used all my stuff for a long time, AB, didn't you? Trash motherfucker.
As long as there's no lying.
There we go.
I said,
pull your boots up. Take care of your other property or something. This is kind of what
that white boy and you got.
Is 317 on the screen.
Straight up all my videos.
Detective Greg, is he on the scene?
We've not been advised.
10-4.
Chase trash.
What's up, 41?
So what I was doing is I was just making sure I got the whole hour and 54 minutes that she had on my live. She did put an hour and 54 minutes in my video. Took in like 100 and something bucks, like 10 memberships, but then she dirty deletes it. So here's what I did get. I just wanted to make sure I did get an hour and something because even since she dirty deleted that, I can still get her struck for that video still. I have this link. All right, moving on. Pay attention, Shay. You're gonna sound so stupid here when you have your foot in your mouth. Oh yeah. Right? Yeah, it sounds real stupid, and that's why you deleted it because you defended it. You doubled, tripled down. Yeah, you did. Because you're gonna see what piece of shit you are, Shay.
I don't mind asking anything about Dudley. He's a dude.
Oh, that's the weird.
Oh wait, we've heard that.
For the clue, I was telling the eldest boy. Go on, white boys. I'll do all that, and I'll toss a flag, bro.
For the kids.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll do it for you guys. Oh, Scott H, you're trash, and you're in there, right? Just condoning this.
Thank you, Lady May, for becoming a member. Of course. When his first priority should become his daughter, not worrying about who is working.
Thank you, Calamity Jade. I'm sorry I don't know this lady, but if you ever needed my Nan to be your hype man, Will, we'd have it. Nice. Thank you so much.
Did you see how fast she just said to these people, members? Here's another member. She sees them right away, right?
Yeah.
Watch how long it takes for my super chat to get read, and she's gonna have somebody else say something after I keep saying like, "Why are you being so rude to me? You're gonna let your chat talk to me like this?" And then she's like, "Oh, what?"
Say right now, if I've ever said any misinformation, it was because I didn't know and I thought it.
Yeah, like I just can't wait. I can't wait for BHB and this dude to cross paths. Because it'll happen. It's just a matter of time. Right now, BHB is just trying to find her. That's what that live was about from Key West yesterday. She's just trying to find that in to all this drama. Most definitely, without a doubt.
Oh, you didn't vet it yourself. You thought it would just be vetted. So anything you put out now,
like Betty's on a kick right now of she's lost all her friends. She doesn't have any allies. All of her, her team has dispersed officially. I mean, she's dying to be part of something.
Now all of a sudden you want to apologize for it because I'm making sure people are. Yeah, you're trash. You don't even mean it. Even if you do apologize, you just sweep it under the rug. Loser, fucking scam, con artist. Yeah, there's a reason why girls like Summer are missing. It's because of people like you guys out in the hollers. You guys are predators. Shay, you're a predator. You're showing it right here. Scott H, you're a fucking predator. That's a fact. And you and Jody Sue were talking like you guys are hardcore. Like, yeah, you want to come here into the holler if you're not welcomed. Dude, yeah, people are really like that. Guess
yeah. So basically, if you're from the South and you live in a rural area, you're a predator. You're the reason, because of your lifestyle or financial conditions that you live under and the area that you live in, all of those things put together make children in danger around you, apparently, according to him. Becky G, thank you. BHB has her 1990s printer as a friend, though. Exactly.
Guess what? I'd walk into your holler and I would take that from you, Scott. I would just walk up and take it and bitch slap you on the way out, and just might bitch slap you again, just bitch slap you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Little punk. You and all your little boyfriends, right? You all in it with the 423 chases and everything, right? And like, yeah, you guys are. Those are all you. You guys all made money off of every scam, every con. And you guys are part of mass striking at other channels because you guys can't keep up with the competition, nor do you have any kind of skills. You're not funny, except funny looking. You all have a great face for fucking radio. That's a fact. You guys aren't funny. You guys aren't smart. You guys have no articulation when it comes to like words. Your verbiage sucks. You sound like BK University. Like, you know, take your prerequisites, go fuck yourself, and then come back and see me. How's that? I'll forget more about everything than you guys will ever learn about anything. How's that? That's a fact too. You guys are all dumb as shit. Dumb as shit.
The reason people like this take your stuff is because they're not capable
of
creating their own content. No, they're not capable of creating their own content at all.
No, and then they're gonna bag on me, like, and make me look stupid, or like heels in the air, like, yeah, Doug's the biggest scammer of them all. I'm like, who the fuck are you? I don't believe with anybody whose feet aren't on the ground. So shut your mouth. I don't even know you, you dumb bitch.
Exactly.
I don't.
I don't trust anybody whose feet aren't on the ground. Shit, I do.
I don't even care if like girls are thinking like, hey, you're being mean. Half you guys women are, oh, you guys are terrible. You guys are on top of the C word. I don't know what that is. And you guys are just little bitches trying to follow in their footprints and trash. Building money, you're making money and building us all off Summer's neck, all y'all, right? This is all you can do is talk about, and then you guys are good with just talking all this bullshit too and lying, and then apologize now like that, just that quickly. That's not apology to Summer, Shay. You should be on your hands and knees crying, saying, "I'm so sorry, I fucked this case up for almost 2 years."
Bro, who gave you the fucking? Who gave you the card to where you get to speak for Summer? First of all, second of all, you're calling them out on doing exactly what you've been doing for 2 years. For 2 fucking years. Don't think that you've been under my radar, you know, or that you haven't been under my radar, I should say. Don't think that, because you just haven't been out there fucking blowing through a bullhorn. But I mean, it's been 2 years and enough's enough.
2 years on you, Summer, just like Scott, just like Benny, just like all my friends who we had fake fights with, who Don and Candace are still working with. You guys are so stupid. Anyone who like, see, I don't care if I lose subs. Like, I don't want the ones who are friends with them or the ones who are like, no, I'll just have an opinion because these people say something. No. Dude, I'll give you opinion if you need an opinion.
You can always tell where people fall, because as soon as you start saying something bad about them, and then you start losing people, you're like, yeah, well, there they go.
Good,
well,
go. They
good.
wanted this. This is what they want, but they want the good people to go with them because they want to turn your good people against you anyway. Hence the reason why Josh came on all my panels. Hey, Linda, why were you putting up his PayPal and his Cash App instead of mine all the time? Yeah, you put it all up. All you guys, right? Josh, I could trust her. Oh yeah, you can trust Linda.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, dude.
Sure. Right.
I didn't know it was you guys start the fights anyway amongst yourselves in the chat under 3 and 4 accounts. My wrenches were all in on it too. Most of them. Yeah. They tried to take crime and justice away from me a long time ago, but she's always been honest to me. She's like the only one that's ever been honest.
Bro, like the vibe I'm getting from him. See, the whole world is crumbling down around him, right? That's this poor me bullshit that he's doing right now, where all my mods turned against me, all this, all that. Dude, like, if that's the case, like, doesn't that tell you that you're doing something wrong? You know, I mean, especially if they just switch sides all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like, because these are all people, like I said, they're all people just throwing fucking horse shit at each other. That's all they're doing. And so, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's going to happen is one channel turns on the other. When you have that kind of a basis for a channel, you're going to lose mods and you're going to have to bring in new mods and, you know, because your mods might side with that other person and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's like, no, these people never just look inwards, ever.
Honest to me.
They've tried that shit about 7 times now, and I'm like, yeah, no, fucking
And
quit,
then-
because it's not going to happen.
And then they
Not
take my
gonna
people.
happen.
Right. They take my channel. Like they do that. Yeah.
Dude,
and it's not under fair use.
You lost your people, dude. Dude, do you really think? Dude, I'm careful about the wrenches I give out, man. You know, sometimes I give them to creators that, you know, I like their content and I like what they have to say, so I want them to have free reign in my chat. You know, so but you know, then I choose moderators that I feel I can trust to moderate my chat. You know what I mean? But those moderators, I don't have to worry about some fucking channel that I talk about recruiting them. Like, that thought doesn't even cross my mind ever. I don't have to worry about that. Like, you just simply look at how people behave and you watch other channels, right? You see how people interact in other chats, and if it's consistent, you know, and if you see them and they wrench for other channels, then you give them a wrench, you know? Like, it's not that hard. But this guy's obviously wrenching people based on God knows what. I don't even know what, but not based on the most effective reasons that would get you to hold on to your moderators. It's kind of like a hiring process in a way. You know, it's a vetting process. You watch and you go, you know what? I like what you've been saying and I like what you've been doing, and you know, and there's no obligation. You know what I mean? But I pick wrenches that feel like they want to contribute something to the channel. You know? I mean, that's what you do. And I don't have to worry about them all of a sudden changing their mind and it being on me, because I'm consistent in my opinions and what I talk about, what I speak up against and what I speak for. You know, I mean, but these people are all over the place. These people are all the fuck over the place. I mean, that must suck, you know, to be this person. And at no point does it like reflect on him that whatever it is that's in him that causes him to behave like this on a live stream might affect his relationship with his moderators or anybody who he speaks with behind the scenes. Right. Same here, Deets. Exactly. I've never spoken outside of YouTube with 90% of my mods. If they don't want a mod, I'd hope they email me. I don't tell them what to post or do. I don't even do all that. I can watch, you know? Like, I had somebody with a wrench that I gave a long time ago. And then all of a sudden, before a stream started, I just started seeing people getting deleted. And I could see who it was. You know what I mean? I just go in and I take the wrench. Easy. You know what I mean? Most of the time, dude, I have people out there with wrenches who don't even watch my streams anymore. They just lost interest. It happens. You know what I'm saying? There's bands that I used to listen to all the time that I was like, fuck yeah, these guys are amazing. And you play them now, I'd be like, really? Them? I forgot all about them. I don't even know who the fuck. I haven't heard that shit forever. It happens. People's interests, they change. You know, there's people out there with wrenches that I'm not going to take away, but they haven't even attended my chat in God knows how long. I'm not going to be like, I'm taking your wrench since you're not going to be here. You know, if they feel like being here, they got a wrench for a reason. Until you give me a reason to take your wrench, I'm not taking your wrench. But I don't have these issues with my wrenches. But yeah, I agree with Dietz. I don't interact with 95%. You know?
Fair use is when you actually change the video, not put pictures before and after, and then take like a voice expert and mix it in the middle of the other voice to try to confuse the algorithm. You're smart, but you're redneck still. You're redneck smart.
You can absolutely do that. You can't strike, dude. Listen, dipshit, DickDrip. You can't strike any of these channels because what you just described, it's absolutely fair use. That counts as adding commentary. You I don't know what you think about life, bro, but
yeah, you're Bad Bitch Investigates. I like that name. Can't use my mouse, can't use my computer because you little bitches wanted to take me down, but you didn't plan on me being able to afford a laptop and all this other stuff and make sure that I have backup plans upon backup plans. I have to because I am around shady people all day long. I hope I never see you in another case. I hope this is your last case. Well, it'll be your last case. I promise you. You guys aren't capable of figuring anything out. You guys aren't capable of falling your assholes from your elbows.
At least 99% of these assholes will not be around once Summer's case is over with. Because they've got nothing. What are they going to do? Sit around and talk about how dumb they are? I mean, who's going to listen to that?
No, they're gonna be freaking.
Apparently, when this lady talks, she passes gas.
But circle jerking each other. I guess that's one of the channels too. They'll probably all just circle jerk and everything like they normally do. Gay for pay, all that stuff, right, Matt? White boy lockdown with your nice little lightning bolts on your shoulder. You're a coward little punk bitch. I'd take those lightning bolts right off your shoulder, you little punk, and I'll smack them down I'll put them up your nostrils. I'll open them up for you, you rat-looking motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah, you are. You'll do anything for clout, won't you? He will. We know this. I know this. You know this. You wanted to suck on Benny's muffins or his cupcakes or whatever.
You guys, by this time, you know I'll suck something for clout.
The victim.
See, I gotta say that's not some candid footage of White Boy. That's when I was talking about White Boy, and he decided to parody me, and he put on his wife's shirt because it was too small on him because they like to call me Baby Gap, and he was implying that I was gay. So he was doing some parody about a gay me. So I mean, that's not even White Boy, like that's not even some candid thing. He was just doing a parody. It wasn't funny. It was really kind of homophobic and fucking stupid, but
victim advocate.
Like,
fucking pitiful. Yeah, I'm gonna show all that stuff tonight where Benny, where you couldn't even afford the pizza, and I'm gonna show all that stuff too about the text message about the money you owed. I got that money back for that guy, didn't I? Yeah, I did.
How messed up is that whenever you have to ask a homeless person to borrow money to buy pizza?
Right? But he had already been screwing me out. He was already okay. Listen, his goal was to get over to Monica. He's like, I'm gonna. I know it's good. Rains are coming. I'll help you fix the walls. He went over there and fixed her walls. All right, inside walls of her vajayjay.
Oh God.
Yeah, you guys were like spying.
What?
Okay, listen, Cash Gurnan, I'm sorry.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Sorry what happened to you, but your parents were trash too. Your dad left you and everything else. Okay, Monica was a terrible.
Okay, like he just addressed a murdered child. Like he just addressed directly a murdered child to trash talk that murdered child's parents. Like, what in the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, let's hear that one more time.
Terrible choice.
Oh God.
Yeah, you guys were like buying. Okay, listen, Cash Gernon, I'm sorry what happened to you, but your parents were trash too. Your dad left you and everything else. Okay, Monica was a terrible choice to leave with, and everybody failed you too, Cash, and your brother. And you know what? The Cash Gernon family of whatever that's on YouTube too, that's talking shit to me and has been since Benny fucked this all up. Guess what? I didn't do anything wrong to your case. I opened that playlist again. You can watch it, and it was all him. And the Orson West case, all him and the Watchmen's and all those other idiots out there who couldn't make content, but had to try to get me out because I wouldn't go with their program. Right? They drove around making cash like $1,000 a day and then would go home. They would drive around for 20 minutes. I worked 8 hours a day droning from every waterway and walking and searching every single day. And guess what? I got tired of it at one point and I put out that van video. I said, I called it out, but they had a lot more people and a lot more smear campaigns. Again, same people since day one.
Of course.
Right. So guess what? It all comes out. No gloves are on. Guess what? If I stand alone in Summer's Army, well, I know I don't stand alone. There's a lot of great subs out there. The creators are the ones that don't. And then they're lemmings. All you guys are trash too. All you keyboard warriors that have nothing going for you, no teeth. And you guys are all like,
what are you doing, dude? Like what makes you Summer's Army? Do you think that doing this makes you Summer's Army? This somehow advocates for Summer? You think that calling the TBI and setting that example for your followers with bullshit, you think that does anything to find Summer? You're actually disrupting the one resource that is Summer's only hope of being found.
Allie's ankles and your chair's hating you and your ankles hate you. Your underarm, they hate you because you can't stop sweating because you get that side boob that just wraps around the back to the back boob.
God. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you guys, I'm going to give it to you as hard as I can because I only get one chance for it, right? Only one chance for it. I just want to make it good.
Exactly.
Let me guess how many you're going to try to strike me.
Liars, and you have so many flip-flop TBI or the call it. Good to see you. Yeah.
What are you?
That's
An
why
idiot
I
sandwich. Idiot sandwich what? An idiot sandwich.
Telling you about it. That's why I like to show videos or clips of these things that comes directly out of their mouth. That way, there's no rumor. It comes from the horse's mouth right then and there.
Hey, Doug. Okay, so now you're talking shit over here, right? Doug knows how to speak Don's language. Okay, that's Justice Janie. She's good. She's fine. But now the shit talking is going to start. Now it's going to start.
You tell it and you haven't got something to prove it, then people have to take your word. Now, I was always born with,
you can't sit there and be like, this is all about Summer and we're just trying to get to the bottom of it, and then just make it all about a fight. That's so fucking bizarre that you do that.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Exactly.
You got to take your word as your bond. But I tell you what, there's a lot of games being played on YouTube.
Hey, by the way, anybody who's in there, I don't care who you are. If you're a member there, or if you're friends with her, or if you're friends with Scott, or whatever, don't come back to my channel. Please don't. Don't. I don't want you. Like all you people in there that were even condoning the way that I was talked to without standing up for me.
You know how insane it is that Betty has more self-control than this guy? Betty has like a record a mile long, dude. And like this guy, like Betty has more self-control than this guy. What does that say?
For me, you guys are all trash too. Because I would stand up for people like you guys, which I always do. And you guys would let me sink. So I don't want you back at all. And if I see you, we're just going to help you out the door. That's why I'm showing these. By the way, Shay, you dirty deleting bitch.
I would never blame anyone else. Like I would never use the words, you let me sink. I would never do that when it comes to my channel, something happening to it. I would never do that. It's up to me. It's up to me. I'm responsible for my shit.
You could, yeah. You wanted to make your narrative sound really, really good for that email that you put up after you responded late.
Wow.
Yeah, you're so trashy. You little trashy little whore.
You know, you could be sucked into stuff that you even could be used for and have no idea about. It is hard to distinguish.
Like what? Give us an example, Miss Smarty. You can't because you're dumb as box of rocks too, huh? You done fell down the holler, landed on the short bus, and that drove you all the way down to where you had school for maybe 3 days. Kicked your brother in the jaw, circumcised him. Got home, right? The redneck way.
Dude, this guy's jokes are like 1,000 years old, bro. I mean, he's the worst. Oh my God. Like, and I can't even imagine what it takes to just like have to remember all of these fucking old ass jokes.
Oh, that must be exhausting.
Or did they kick you in the jaw to circumcise your brother? That's the redneck way. That's right. Couldn't go with the girl damage, but look, 4 members. You didn't thank me for any of those.
No.
Should have.
Of course not.
She slouch. Or the money you were getting.
They all lie.
Oh, you trap.
Me because I'm a moron.
Thank you for coming. Remember, I love you, girl. Hey, Scott. Or hey, C. Hey, C. I was reading your comment. You won't be your first trip, Scott.
You ready to go there, son?
Yeah, we need the whole story, honey. We sure do. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa. I've got another clip.
Chloe Jade, thank you so much. Whoa, he is so offensive. How can anyone get away with this? And then associate with Summer. We are all wanting her found. He's making a mockery. Absolutely no. And he's impeding on an investigation. He's interfering directly with an investigation by calling the TBI with stupid bullshit.
Yeah, they're like, Doug, get Don to talk about the timeline so Shay can steal your shit and play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. No, I get it.
Let's see. Yeah, because I like to bring it to you guys, the older ones and the newer ones, and we can look through them, talk about them, focus on the people that surrounded Summer. It's not so much about creators. That's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on the people that these creators
No,
have
you should focus on the creator you're stealing from. Yeah.
How about that?
That's becoming new. I missed it. Let me see.
Yeah, it's funny how you stole that Don picture too, made that yours. Crime and Justice made that one for our channel. You stole that's my channel's photo. That's my channel stuff that I use every video. Now your channel.
You guys want to have some fun? Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me
Patience. Thank you.
This is live right now, y'all.
Probably knew that this was a boy crying wolf or something, right? Like, Don does love sheds. I got 47 sheds on the property.
Yeah.
And the bitch ain't got none. Right?
I just want him to get all pissy.
I got 7 alibis. 7 alibis.
Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't sound just like him. Nailed him. Don, I nailed you. No homo. But you know what I mean? This is why you don't like it over here, Don. The farm and all the other people you talk to, they'll let you run your game.
See, he's mad. He's mad about Don not going on his channel. Like, I don't even want Don on my channel.
Right? They'll suck anything for clout, including Don Wells.
All of them are starling.
Why do you think he said that, Doug?
Well, they claim that it was all for show. They always like to say, like, yeah, we did it for the internet. It was all lies. No, it was a prank. We shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. Lord, Sabbath, forgive me. You know, it's always like, oh, I'm sorry, but you know,
Chloe Jade, he's just so curious though. He always has to go there. The LGBTQ community should find it flattering because he's fascinated with the entire community. He's clearly fascinated with it. He wants in so bad.
you know, it's stress. So the stress started with the fake phone call to you, right?
Right.
The whole, Donnie's in jail. That was Candace acting.
Right.
Then we have the other prank. Then we have the prank of the whole her friend Jenna saying that there was a sighting, and Candace,
bro,
Dr. Phil show, and then we have the scream prior to that as well that somebody heard. And then we have the yellow car, the blue truck, the blue Blazer, the red truck, all of that stuff, right?
Right.
Then we have this most recent thing with he was on with me and he got arrested.
That's what it is his main channel has a strike. So he's streaming from his alt channel and he's not getting as many views. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to bait Don, as you said. He's trying to bait Don into going on there to get more views, as Kelly Green put it.
But previous to that, he was Candace was saying that he hit her on the live stream, yada yada. That's when it was all 10 hours straight, right before Halloween, when he got arrested. So this has been a progressive type of thing, but there's always been DV or physical violence included. Thank you so much for that. Do you think Don is actually the one that will actually like restrain himself from actually doing anything to Candace, and she'd be the more physical one at this point? Or has Don been a physical person? Like, do you know him to be physical like that, like throat grabbing, things like that? Have you seen that?
Well, yeah, it happened when him and his friends were holding me down, trying to gang rape me. You know, he was right there holding me down. So, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So here he is thinking by spreading this shit that the TBI is all of a sudden going to be like, oh my God. Oh, we didn't know any of this. Oh, we're going to go and slap the cuffs on Don right now. But, I mean, look at this douchebag, Captain Cunt. Always. I figures you would be in here white knighting for this douchebag.
Yeah. Let's keep it in the holler. Let's keep it right where it needs to stay. You sick individual, Donnie boy. You guys are coddling this kind of guy? This kind of person you guys feel sorry for and want to pay for and pay his way.
I got them fucking fools, huh? Don't break my fucking heart, dog. You can't break my fucking scam up.
Yeah, you hated me because I always got the real deal out there. There's a reason why you guys trash me, you and your little crew. I told you I'm going to get my minute back. And when I get my minute back, I'm going to take use of that minute and make sure.
Dude, shouldn't you be somewhere tossing fucking up Church's salad? What are you doing in here, bro? You got nothing better to do? I mean, you could be here if you want. Knock yourself out.
Sure, you know exactly why I'm here, Don. Candace, Grandis, Hunter, Allie, Sherry, Great Gambun, Leslie, if you're still here. It's weird, Allie. You were remember when you were doing the cigarette hat thing, talking to Chris, and you and Leslie were talking to her on FaceTime? Candace? Why? I thought you hated each other. Or do you not know that either you're being set up, Candace, by Don and Allie and all these other, well, forget Don, everybody else, including Allie Hunter, is willing to set you up with Andy, right? Allie likes to hang out with Andy at his work.
What?
Like, there's a connection.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Everybody wanted you guys out of that damn hill. Everybody wanted you out of that holler. You're not Tennesseans. They want you Ghanaian. Ghanaian, basically. That's where I'm from, Gargania. Caucasia, actually, but I don't know where fucking Caucasia is. Basically on the map. I just work all the time. I don't know where to go. I fucking don't know. I'm not good with maps. You see all you out there. Hopefully Freedom's out here too. See you guys soon.
No. They did.
Like, what
do
is
you
this
want?
guy doing?
Call you.
I told you to call me?
Yes, remember?
No, I don't remember.
You wash your hands?
I always wash my hands.
You call your kids?
Called my kids.
Can I call you tomorrow night?
Call me tomorrow night.
Okay, Grandpa.
All right, Grandpa. See, I can't go dying on you guys. I got too many people to count on me.
Didn't care.
So, man, I was a little kid growing up with my stepsisters, step family.
Why did you tell the behavior panel that you didn't do it if you're saying that you did do it and you were 12 and she was 7?
They asked me if I've ever raped anybody, and I've never raped anybody, and I've never had sex with any of my stepsisters.
Even pushing her up against the wall. You know, I could
mean,
see Donnie doing that, but I could see
this stuff is just pure trash, bro. Like, none of it does anything to help find Summer. None of it.
also see Candace doing the same thing to him, because she just, in my opinion, she seems like she's one mean bitch.
Right.
You know?
Right. And she has she has the bad bones in her to kill, lie, cheat, steal, hide a body. I mean, look at Rosemary Bly again. Candace wants to say I was in between states when she went missing, but yet Arkansas and Wisconsin. The hell are you guys now? Probably the same spot you feel comfortable in, where all the carnies are. Let's go find work near the carnies. Carney Mafia. Did she go back and help her mom, or did her mom was smart enough just to do it herself and hide her? I'm not saying that that's even the case yet. I mean, I still think there's a strong connection between what happened to Rosemary Bly and what happened to Summer Wells, because I don't know. Lottery odds of it happening to two mothers in one lifetime in the same family.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Gosh, I don't know, but as a grandparent myself, I couldn't see myself doing anything like that to my grandkids, you know? I don't understand how people have the ability to hurt their kids and stuff. It amazes me.
It's my content.
I don't understand.
It's my content now. You're welcome.
Understand how people can be that cruel and that unfeeling, you know?
And if it turns out that Don did know about this and he didn't come out until, well, he got busted for it, like, that would just show how much he really didn't love his daughter and how much twirling into my arm till my arm fell off. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't, is that even real?
This guy
was the love that Donnie.
This guy sits there and records, like, this is pre-recorded what he's playing here. It's hilarious in the sense that he thinks that it makes any sense at all. Like, I would understand to some degree that if it were like live, you know, and he was just rambling, but he pre-records his rambling. He actually believes that that his ramblings make sense. Oh, I'd love to see him try and strike me. I can't wait.
Not only used to bathe her, but bathe the boys as well. Right?
Yeah.
What's real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. He thinks this is like a comedy show. He thinks he's like parodying Don Wells and it's some sort of comedy show. It's like, it's just a bunch of splotchy shit all over the other. It's really weird.
It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing.
It's got meth written all over it. Like this has got psychosis written all over it.
And to be honest with you, I don't know why at this point, unless they're waiting, I don't know why that Candace hasn't been arrested yet for anything that happened to Hunter or between them, right?
Or did Don make that up? Did Don send me that information because he knew and Candace knew that Hunter was enamored? And this is after they had their...
Here's the one thing in the Summer Wells case that is everyone involved has in common. Okay? The one thing that everyone surrounding the Summer Wells case has, okay, in common, and that none of them are credible. Not one fucking person. Not any of the names that he's bringing up, not even Don or Candace. None of them are credible. Can you imagine what that must be like for the TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Department in their investigation? Just think about that for a second. There's not one person that they would probably find more credible than the other. Nobody. And Summer's paying for it. For all we know, Summer is out there somewhere, lost. For all we know, she's being reprogrammed to adjust to a new environment in some way, shape, or form, and just hanging on to the memory of Ben Hill Road, playing in the puddles and doing whatever until to a certain point that memory is gone. And while all that's happening, nobody is taking this into consideration except for the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department and the TBI, who, if Bullhorn Betty had her way, they would declare her dead with no evidence. And so these people, assuming the only people that matter in the Summer Wells investigation at this point, and it's sad because it's the same thing in the Chatham County case with his name slips me now too. And that pisses me off. Quentin Simon, sorry. This makes me really, really mad because, and that was an example right there. These people's names get lost in all this shit. These missing people who go missing, their names get lost in all of this shit. And it's really, really sad. And these are people who claim to be Summer's army, right? People who claim to be advocates for Summer, yet they're the only ones who are insistent on the theory that she's dead. Explain that to me. How could you be for this child when there's no evidence that she's dead and you have abandoned all hope that she's alive? Which would, if the law enforcement agencies that are tasked with finding Summer, if they had that same perception, that same attitude, Summer wouldn't have a chance at all. And yet they've publicly said that it's because of all of this, all of these people, the Bullhorn Bettys, the fucking DickDrip Dougs, the Labs, the Chris McDonoughs. It's because of their actions that have caused people to flood their tip lines with bogus tips that make it so difficult for these law enforcement agencies with such limited resources because of where they are and how little they ever have to deal with missing people. Their limited resources are so overwhelmed because they have to follow every tip. They have to follow up on every single tip. And they've gotten to a point well over a year ago where they publicly said that this was why they have no credible tips in finding Summer. They publicly said this, and yet this continues and continues and continues. And now Bullhorn Betty just wants to just go for broke and say, hey, fuck it. They need to just pronounce her dead. How can you say that? If you're an advocate for children, how can you abandon any hope? You have no evidence to indicate that she's no longer with us, much less that anybody did anything to her that knows her. You don't have any evidence of it. And then you want to sit here and say, well, law enforcement just needs to declare her as dead. Based on what? And just give up on her? Give up on finding her? Can you imagine what a nightmare that would be? Imagine if you were missing, right? And it was a full-blown, like, national news story, right? Everyone was talking about it. Imagine if you went missing and then you were forced by your captor, right, to be locked up and sit there and watch YouTube channels talking about you like you're dead. Can you imagine what a nightmare that would be? What would that tell you? Saying, oh my God, these people are just, they're not even looking for me. They're not even looking for me. They're already assuming that I'm dead. Can you imagine the nightmare that would be on top of already being away from the people that you love and being held against your will? Now, I'm just using my imagination. I don't know what's going on with Summer. I don't know where she is, but I have to hope that that's the case before I start assuming that she's dead, because at least there's still hope there. At least there's still hope that there are experienced professionals that can track her down and find her. And guess what? You're not going to get any updates from them. You're not going to get any updates on any leads or any suspects. You're not going to get shit until they're ready to declare something, because of the way that YouTube has behaved. They're not going to tell us anything. They won't even hold a press conference to mark the 2 years that she's been missing. They won't even do that because they fear that it could contribute to the damage that's been done. That their words are going to get clipped and twisted around to mean something that they don't. And it's all by the same type of channels. But how can you sit here and say that you're an advocate for this child when you don't have any evidence that would lead you to the conclusion that she no longer needs our help? How can you say that? And here's the thing, and I misspoke right there. She doesn't need my help. She doesn't need anybody's help. The only help that she needs from us is to trust the professionals that are tasked with finding her, the experienced professionals that are tasked with finding her. That's the only thing we can do, is support them and follow their lead in whatever they say we should be doing. I mean, it's incredible to me, dude. I mean, is that even for a minor? Like, they're not just going to, after 7 years, just declare she's dead. They're not going to do that. At the worst case scenario, what I think they will do with the Summer Wells case is declare it a cold case at some point. But I don't think that we're anywhere near that. I don't think we're anywhere close to that. And we have to try to believe that she's going to be found. And if we truly believe that there's some hope that she could be found, then common sense is going to dictate that you behave in a manner that is in concert with what law enforcement feels you should be behaving in. If you have a YouTube channel or if you attend YouTube channels in chat, that even means being a subscriber and spreading false information in a chat. It's incredibly important. Annabelle Roma, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Burden of Proof is saying, I won't say who, but a teen ran away into the hands of a monster. There was creators attacking her family and ripping apart her parents' interview. The man made the teen watch it and said, see, your parents don't want you back. They don't love you. Poor girl believed it to be true. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's actually fucking happened. Nobody's thinking of that possibility. It's not a likelihood. I'll admit that. It's, of course. I'll happily admit that. It's definitely not a likelihood, but it's absolutely a possibility that Summer is watching all of this. And as such, we have to behave. We have to. I mean, I don't understand people, man. Like people would rather throw mud at someone online with no evidence than set an example for the person next to them in a chat to hold out hope for this child being found. It's crazy. But yeah. And for those of you that weren't here earlier, I made a decision, and I'm going to go over that decision one more time before I log off of here. I have decided that you'll have to rewind earlier. I don't have a timestamp for you as far as my reasons for it, but I have decided that it is not in Summer's best interests, to say the least, to give Don Wells or Candace Bly a platform on this channel. I don't think that they have anything further to contribute to the case. I feel that I have fairly given them both the respect of parents of a missing child. But I feel that I have met that obligation and then some. And at this point, I don't think that them going on any YouTube channels is that of a responsible parent who are doing the best they can doing whatever they can to have their child found. I mean, like I said, I explained it in detail earlier, and however anybody wants to take that, how everybody wants to process that, that's completely up to you. But I know my reasons for it. I stand by them. I thought it through, and I feel very strongly about it. And my decision is final as far as that goes. So anyways, I am going to wrap this up. I really appreciate all you guys joining me. I'm sorry again. I had some thinking to do. That last live that I did was very heated, and I had some thinking to do after the fact. And I had to, like I said, I did not fly off the handle and make this decision. It wasn't an easy decision to make due to the fact that these are the parents of a missing child who I do not believe had anything to do with her disappearance. But it's the best thing that I could think of to do right now. So, and I stand by it, and I will defend that decision no matter what. Anyways, guys, I love you guys a lot, and I really appreciate all your support. Thanks for joining me. We will do this again very soon, my friends.